Mid, WLUN, in Conning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Michigan sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. And now we've got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams. He's crazy. Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Remember that.
Hello, and welcome into the show, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a good start to their weekend. Glad you can let us be a part of it. Hope you're coming out to Dow Diamond today. It is opening day here at the ballpark. Yesterday also marks the beginning of April in the D, man. Oh, my God. The Wings pick up a win. They are officially back in the playoff race, tied with the most amount of points for that last wild card spot, them and two other teams. The Pistons pick up a big-time win last night. Dennis Jenkins, I know we've talked about it time and time again. This guy, when he has been inserted into this starting role, every time it feels like he's just getting better and better in each game that he plays. And yesterday, it was a game without Cade Cunningham. It was a game without Anthony Edwards. Yet it ended up being this incredible back-and-forth game with all these different lead changes. Tobias Harris ends up leaving the game with a little knee contusion, and Dennis Jenkins is like, do not worry, I got us in the scoring department. Asar Thompson, for the second time this season, was named Eastern Conference Defensive Player of the Month in March. He gets that award last night in their second-to-last home game of the year, and he's just all over the place defensively. 5 combined steals and blocks, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He's scoring a little bit there, too. Some of these steals that this guy has, it's just incredible. He's the only player in the Eastern Conference to have 2 different Player of the Month awards, Defensive Player of the Month awards, that is. And like that, April in the D's back. We got Tigers opening day today down in Comerica Park. This is really good weather it ended up being for the Tigers here. It's a 110 start with Framber Valdez in the mound. We got the Pistons now down to the magic number being 1. One more win, and they clinch that number 1 seed for the first time in 18 years. And then we got the Red Wings officially back in the playoff mix after a big-time win last night. March did not treat that team very well. Not at all. You can say the same thing about the Tigers. Did not treat them all that well with how this season started, the lack of offense. April in the D was back yesterday. I really feel like this is one of the best sports months of the year, specifically for local teams. You have the Masters coming up too. But, man, last night was a feel-good win for both the Pistons and the Red Wings. Great to see. And they both ended at the exact same time. I don't know if you noticed that.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
I had the 2 TVs going. They started both at 7, and they ended basically within 60 seconds of each other. It was great.
Yeah, that was the coolest part, like both of them ending at the same time. Took the Pistons a little bit longer to close that thing out than maybe you wanted it to, but
free throw battle.
At the end of the day, like you said, I mean, what a huge win it is for the Wings, who March has just been the worst month possible. It is just a terrible month for that team, year in and year out. As soon as you get out of it, the first game out, we're in April, boom, you feel pretty good. And then for the Pistons as well, what Dennis Jenkins has done once he's in a larger role, basically every game post Cade Cunningham or every game he's in the starting lineup, it's becoming ridiculous at this point what he's able to do for the Pistons. So a couple of big-time wins for both teams, feeling pretty good. You really hope that the Tigers can also pick up some of that mojo.
So if I were to give you 2 different scenarios, the Pistons walk into the playoffs, they're going to get the 1 seed. It's just a matter of when. I give you 2 scenarios. Cade Cunningham's back. He's playing. He's 90% of himself. Like we talked about yesterday, it's going to come down to Duran being just a force to be reckoned with. But I gave you 2 different paths. Dennis Jenkins continues to just dominate and get buckets at this incredibly high volume, something none of us expected at the beginning of the year. It's been a storyline that's been talked about a lot, but I don't think it can be overstated as to how important he's been. I mean, they move off of Jaden Ivey when they're desperate for guard play, right? Because they have so much confidence in Danis Jenkins. And that made me worried at the very beginning when they departed with Ivy. It's like, oh, man, we're really dependent on Danis Jenkins now. So if I were to give you two scenarios, one, he just continues to get buckets and shock everybody in the playoffs and really turn himself into a real NBA rotation guy. Or playoffs roll around, physicality gets ramped up, he's never played in a playoff game before, and all of a sudden the Pistons are almost expecting a little more from Danis Jenkins than you necessarily planned on, and he's not going to be able to deliver. Which one of those seems more likely? Because a month ago I would have said one thing. Now it feels almost like a jab at Danis Jenkins to say anything, but he's going to keep getting buckets.
Right. I mean, the reason that we have had the conversations about Danis this year, the up and downness of Cade or of Danis, is because the lack of Cade. Like the games where Danis Jenkins does get 30-plus minutes and is in the starting lineup, even the games where there was times he started at the 2 this season with Cade, those are the games where Danis like actually gets to unlock and become a player that no one ever expected him to be. Because that's a time. I mean, he is a ball-dominant player. Like, he's at his best when he has the basketball. He's pretty good at catch-and-shoot three-point shooter as well. Like, I'll give him that. That's why sometimes he succeeds in the game with Cade.
But it's not like they're running plays for him the same way that you would with a Duncan running off screens
exactly.
or even Herter, the way that they're doing there. He's lucky because he's wide open for a reason.
And
not
like
because he can't shoot, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like when they closed that game out last night, for instance, Danis has the ball the whole time. Like, he's the one operating, and he's the one hitting clutch buckets. I mean, he was time and time again hitting clutch shots down the stretch, pull-up mid-range shots, whatever it was, getting to the free throw line. So I would assume that Cade Cunningham does come back for the playoffs, right? I think that's safe to assume, hopefully.
Hopefully,
I
yeah.
know that they did announce that he's going to be out for another week and likely miss the remainder of the regular season, which, of course, stinks. But that means that we're going to get a condensed version of Danis Jenkins. And so, unfortunate as it is, yes, it probably returns to the means a little bit with Danis, where he does go back to being a 15 minutes a night guy come playoff time, and he does turn into the guy that looks more like a G League player than a professional star player in the NBA, like he looks like sometimes. But I don't want to take away from anything that he's doing right now.
If you had to guess, what do you think he's shooting from three the last 10 games? If I told you it's a really good number, what would be your guess?
Like you're saying it is a really good number?
Yeah.
Probably like 43%.
How about 47? He's hitting almost half of his threes the last 10 games.
That's crazy.
There's a reason the Pistons have, now it's a 12-4 record without Cade Cunningham.
I think so, yeah.
It's because Duran's been fantastic. It's because Asar Thompson is truly the best perimeter defender in the NBA. Like, Wemby's just gets the title for best defensive player in the league. He'll probably win 5 depoys by the time it's done, and he's going to win it this year. But on-ball, point-of-attack defenders, I don't think it gets better than Asar, and he was incredible last night. You feel it. You see it when you're the other team. Whoever the lead guard is for whoever they end up playing in the playoffs, it's just going to have an awful time with that guy guarding him for most of the game. And then Ron Holland comes in, another guy who just all of a sudden discovered he can drive and dunk it whenever he wants yesterday.
He's dunking everything. Got poked in the face by Randall on one of them, too.
Yeah. Really, really feel-good moment for both the Detroit teams last night. Hopefully the Wings can keep it up with 7 games left as well. Pistons magic number down to 7. Also last night, not necessarily last night, but throughout the day, we get a report from Jeff Passan from ESPN that the Tigers and Kevin McGonigal are in contract negotiation talks. Little early? No, not early enough. Get this guy paid as soon as possible. We find out not only does Connor Griffin, the only prospect ranked ahead of Kevin McGonigal in MLB's top 100 pipeline, the only guy ranked ahead of him, Connor Griffin, gets paid yesterday $140 million 9-year deal before ever playing a major league game. Roman Anthony last year played a few months and got the $130 million deal for 8 years. Julio Rodriguez played 1 season and got a $200 million deal for 12 years. It's not that uncommon to pay your guys before, they prove anything necessarily. I think Kevin McGonigal fits into that. He's passed every checkpoint. I have no reason to think that he's not going to be a superstar. I'd love to get him the $140 million 10-year deal. Hell, make it a $150 million 10-year deal. It doesn't matter to me. Just get that guy locked up. I would love it.
I'm with you. We also saw Cole Emerson of the Mariners. He's their top prospect currently. He just got paid like 3 days ago, 8-year, $95 million deal. This has been a very popular trend, but it's at a peak right now because Passan also kind of reported that teams are very urgent to get the contract extensions done now,
lockout,
pre-lockout, because they believe, and it's just a belief from the owners and the teams, that these contracts will be grandfathered in if a salary cap is introduced. And, of course, that should happen. It would be pretty wild if they made everybody redo their contracts if a salary cap got introduced.
Yeah, good luck trying to get the players to
Right,
approve
exactly. So if a cap is brought in, which it sounds more and more likely that is going to happen, the teams want to get these contracts on the books now. And so the McGonigal deal, it feels like something that we brought up quite some time ago, and it feels like a wild thing to say, paying a guy before he even plays a game in the professional team's uniform. It does, and now that McGonigal has played a couple of games, everybody probably wants to pay him, right? That's the whole point of paying them early, is to do it before they blow up and realize, wait, I probably do actually want to hit free agency when I'm 25 years old.
It's so funny, though, that he's played 6 games, and he's just so clearly the best bat that the Tigers have. The most disciplined at-bats. He's already worked his way up into a top 3 spot in the lineup. Will he be there every day? I don't know. We'll see. But the fact that in one series it was like, hey, we're going to start you in the 6th spot. Oh, yeah, you kind of have to be getting more at-bats. Let's get him up into that 2 spot. Yeah, he's everything we possibly asked him for. So I would love for him to get paid by the time the month is done, by the time the All-Star break rolls around.
8 to 10 year deal. Let's get it done now.
You can do the 12-year deal for all I care. I don't care.
If whatever adds more years onto the current, 6 or 7 years he's going to get before he actually hits the open market. Whatever adds more years on top of that, you might as well do it.
McGonigal's 21. I didn't realize that Connor Griffin is 19 years old. I always just thought, hey, McGonigal's the best hitting prospect, but Connor Griffin's this, do-it-all defensive player, too. McGonigal's had some really nice defensive plays early on.
He has. Had that nice double play the other day.
Yeah, not to glaze too much, but, he's a great base runner, all the stuff. Hit a triple, really good stuff. But Connor Griffin being 19, I mean, that's
it's
ridiculous.
Crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we haven't seen really the 19-year-old prospects come up since there was that big wave of international players that really made their way 5 years ago, like the Acuñas and that era of guys. Tatis, they were the really young guys that came in. Juan Soto was 19.
This guy was playing high school ball a year ago.
He's paid already. I already saw something on Twitter yesterday that was man, Connor Griffin, shout out to him for getting generational wealth or whatever, signing this extension before he's even played. But he would have been able to hit the open market at 25. That's unheard of. Guys hitting free agency that young, he would have gotten the duffel bag. He still is.
He's still going. He's going to hit the open market at 28.
Yeah, he's going to hit it at 28, which is when most guys hit the open market, But it's just weird to think about that if he wouldn't have signed the extension. But of course, shout out to him for doing that, and shout out to the Pirates for actually paying someone as well, because you don't want to lose that guy early.
You sent me the Twitter post that said he was 12 years old when COVID happened, and I just had to take a timeout for myself and be like, wait, what? he was how old when COVID happened?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where you log off of everything for the day.
I'm
old. Yeah, and yeah, terrible.
19 years old, man, playing Major League Baseball. Unbelievable. Yeah, I think McGonigal's getting paid sooner rather than later, though. 989-837-6125. April in the D is on its way. It's here. Guess what, though? Michigan is playing a Final Four game. I told you before we went live while we were just getting ready for the show, I think this is the biggest Michigan game that we've had if you're 30 years or younger. You said, well, they did play in 2 national championship games. And I said, well, there wasn't the expectation that there is this year for the Michigan Wolverines. Let's talk about their matchup with Arizona when we come back. This is the Ben Bosscher Show. We're live here on 100.9 The Minute. Hope to see you at Dow Diamond today for opening day or anytime this weekend. Hey, show as always is brought to you by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Protect your home with Bresky Siding and Building Repair, the experts who do the job right the first time. Quality materials, skilled craftsmanship, and service that puts your family first. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Bresky Siding and Building Repair today and keep your home strong for years to come. Should have some good weather tonight. I might get a little colder once the sun goes down, but it ended up being a pretty nice day for opening day, and so hope to hear and see you guys tonight. 9 o'clock hour is brought to you by Iron Stack Technology. We talk about the game plan all the time on this show, and that's exactly how Iron Stack approaches IT. They help businesses stay secure, efficient, and ready for what's next so you can focus on your mission instead of your technology. That's Ironstack Technology, solution-driven, mission-focused. You can check them online at ironstacktechnology.com.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9.
All right, Michigan's got the big-time matchup with Arizona this weekend. I know you zagged on it yesterday, but it does feel like whoever wins this game is going to be favorites to win the national championship over whoever wins the UConn versus Illinois game. That much is true. Whether or not you think the winner of that matchup has a chance against the winner of Michigan versus Arizona is a totally different question. But let's just go early predictions for what we think is going to happen here. I am going to pick Michigan to win this game. I have two reasons why. Arizona's an incredible offensive rebounding team. 13 of them just about they averaged per game. Michigan has the size to keep those guys off the glass. And I think if Michigan does keep them off the glass and limit the extra possessions, and that that includes is not turning the ball over. If Michigan's able to execute both of those things, I just don't think Arizona's going to have enough possessions to win the game, because my second thing is that Arizona, they don't attempt threes. They just don't. They ranked dead last in the Big 12. I don't know how many teams are in the Big 12 these days. More than 12. They ranked dead last in three-pointers attempted. Their percentage is fine, but they don't want to go out there. And if you saw their Elite Eight game against Arkansas, or was that their Sweet 16 game? Yeah. I mean, they don't even want to be out there. So if Michigan can just kind of force Arizona to shoot threes and keep their rim protectors down low and keep their shot blockers down low, I think Michigan might be able to win this game handedly just from the math standpoint, because we've seen Michigan hit a lot of threes here in March Madness, not at this insane volume, but I feel like Yaxel, it feels like he's shooting 50% from three. Cadeau and Trey McKinney feels like they don't really miss from out there right now. Obviously they do, but I think if Michigan just is steady course with their three-point shot, Arizona's just not going to take as many as Michigan. And Michigan, unlike most other teams that Arizona has played, just has the size to hang down there with the girth and size that Arizona brings to the table in their front court. That's why I think Michigan's going to win this game.
Counter?
Sure.
First off, actually, before I counter, not only are they last in the Big 12, they are 363rd in the nation in three-pointers attempted per game.
Yeah.
That is third to last in all of college basketball. That's a crazy stat for a team that's been dominant all year. Like, they just legit don't take threes. You want to know why, Ben? They get to the free throw line. They shoot a ton of free throws. And you know who fouls a lot? One of those guys you're talking about is a key to keeping Arizona off the glass. Ade Mara. He is the biggest X factor in this game on both sides, honestly, for Michigan and for Arizona. He changes everything in this game. If he does what he's done in a lot of games so far this season, and a time or two in the tournament as well, and picks up a couple early fouls, I don't love Michigan's chances. If he stays out of foul trouble and plays a clean defensive player of the year type of game that we know he's capable of doing because he was the defensive player of the year in the Big Ten, I think Michigan has a really good chance. Like, a lot of this game, I think, really lies on Ade Mara.
I'm in lockstep with you there. I do think the teams that get Ade Mara into foul trouble are the teams that like to space the floor and get him in actions on the perimeter and get him in pick and rolls and then attack him slashing downhill. I don't think that's really what Arizona's trying to do. They're just trying to use their size, get post touches, not like true traditional post-ups, but like, hey, flash to the rim. I'm going to throw the ball to you. You're going to be 6 feet away from the basket. Take one dribble, put your shoulder into somebody, and put the ball in the hoop. That's what I see Arizona getting most of their buckets from.
Right.
Ade Mara, I think, can just kind of stay down there, don't lean forward, hands up. That's what I'm telling him if I'm Dusty May. It's not like he's getting into pick and rolls. I'm sure Arizona will do it, but it's not like a 5-out team that's working him and switching guards on him. You know?
Well, and Arizona, the reason they don't take threes is they just get good looks. Like, they're one of the best teams in the country in adjusted field goal percentage. Like, they get good shots. It's difficult to get good shots against a defensive team like Michigan, you know? So, like, they both are tremendous defenses. They both, their half-court defenses are phenomenal. Of course, we know how good Michigan's has been all season long. But Arizona will take, like, they still make threes.
Right.
They will make them. They just don't take a ton of them. But I think that in this game, they might be forced to take a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because of Ade Mara and because of that Michigan half-court defense.
And Merez and Yax.
Yeah, of course. Everybody involved. You know, it's just like, I mean, Michigan is such a difficult team. We can talk about how good of rim protectors they have, but it starts even before that. They are so difficult to drive on. Like, they are so difficult to penetrate defensively because of how lengthy they are and how great of a help defender Yaxel Lendenberg is. I think that's his best attribute of anything that he brings to the table. And so the Arizona does probably own the backcourt matchup. They have the better guards. Braden Burries and Jaden Bradley have been maybe the best backcourt in the country this season, at least one of the best. So that's going to be, you know, the one challenge for Elliot Cadeau, who it sounds like he's doing fine, by the way, after the allergic reaction or whatever. So that's great to hear. That's probably the one area that Arizona, like, for sure owns in this game, but Michigan absolutely owns from the size perspective.
Yeah, it's a fascinating matchup. I'd almost, if I'm Dusty May, kind of dare Arizona to shoot threes. Like, go ahead, man, knock yourself out. I know you guys hit them at a fine volume, but make yourself uncomfortable. Like, what Arizona wants to do is get to the rim. And if Arizona feels all of a sudden like they can't and Michigan's kind of baiting them into taking threes, that might psych them out of the game pretty early. And even if they hit their first few, I don't want them to just all of a sudden change their perspective on things and their game plan. No, make them go 40 minutes of hitting constant threes, and we'll see if they can do it because they haven't had to all year. This will be the first time that anyone actually has the size and the defensive capabilities at the rim to make Arizona uncomfortable and force them into taking more threes than they're used to.
It really is a battle of two juggernauts. Like, it's at the end of the day,
Ollie and Frazier. That's what it is.
It really is, man. Like, it's unfortunate that this game can't happen in the national title game. I absolutely agree with that. I did zag yesterday, and I don't think that it's just a lock that whoever wins this game wins the national championship, because I think this game is going to take so much to win. And
Physically and mentally.
And you have to turn around 48 hours later and play for a national championship. Like, the stakes really don't get much larger than that.
And the best coach of all the 4 coaches remaining,
of course,
the best coach in college basketball is on the other side. That's not something to just gloss over.
Yeah, or the lone biggest team in the country in Illinois. It also waits on the other side.
That doesn't matter. Like, I mean,
the team that's bigger than Michigan. You know, like
I know, but we saw like that was
No,
the
I
hyped up matchup in the regular season. Michigan just trounced them. Right.
They
from
also
the
are
beginning.
the biggest team because their point guard is 6'6". You know, like that. That's why they're the biggest team. They just don't have a short guy. But yeah, like that's the reasons why I feel that way. But nonetheless, like, it doesn't take anything away from this matchup. This is an elite Final Four matchup. This is as top tier as it gets. I'm so happy that it's the late game. I just cannot wait to watch this basketball game. It's going to be whether, like, I mean, I do a lot of hating of the Wolverines. I'll be very frank about it. I'm excited to, as a basketball fan, how can you not be excited to watch this?
It's a battle of the heavyweights. 2 undefeated. I know they're not technically undefeated, but in boxing terms, it's time to find out who the undisputed heavyweight champion is.
Yeah.
That's what these two teams have been all year long. 989-837-6125. We'll hit the news when we come back. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, and we are live here on 100.9. Randy's Green Thumb, they've been proudly serving the Midland area with family-owned, friendly service since 1982, offering everything from fresh floral arrangements and vibrant house and outdoor plants to expert landscape and interior plant service. They also design, maintain, and install beautiful greens, ponds, trees, shrubs, helping both homes and businesses thrive with greenery that lasts. Visit Randy's Green Thumb at Poseyville Road and bring brilliant colors, vibrant colors, life, and inspiration to your space this season.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Welcome back in. We got some special guests coming up in the 11 o'clock hour. That's a ways away, though. Until then, Kyle Sandel, take it away with the news.
The Mets Morning Catch.
Okay, let's get in the news. Forgot to turn on my mic there for a second.
Essential part of radio.
Usually I have to do that, yes. Okay, let's take a look at the community calendar, as always presented by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. It's opening day today. This is a layup today. I mean, this is a layup. It's opening day here at Dow Diamond. 6:05 first pitch, if you want to come out. It's supposed to be nicer out than right now. That's worth noting.
Is it?
Right? I mean, it's not going to be 45 degrees or whatever it is right now.
Well, it's 50 right now.
Yeah, but it's also
and at first pitch, it's supposed to be 54.
See, right?
So you were right.
It's supposed to be nicer. So come on out to Dow Diamond today if you are looking for something to do on this fine Friday night. But it's, of course, opening day in Detroit as well. Home opener for the Tigers. 110 versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Framber Valdez gets to make his home debut as well for Detroit. So that's kind of fun. I know everybody wanted to be either Verlander or Tarek Skubal, of course, pitching the first game. I think it's kind of cool that Framber gets it, honestly. Here's an introduction to the next...
Your ace next year.
Tarek Skubal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the fans will get their Verlander game on Sunday for Easter. It's the Sunday night game, so you can still do Easter
Yeah, I think
morning.
that's kind of why it's a bigger deal that Verlander's doing that, honestly.
Yeah, it is, for sure. And then, it's Flaherty tomorrow?
Flaherty tomorrow.
Way
Yep.
more excited to see Mize after... I want to see how Mize follows up that an awesome first start.
Totally. Hopefully he can continue to keep things rolling here. Okay, yeah, so that's at 110 today. You already mentioned both the Pistons and Wings picking up big-time wins last night. But for the Wings, pretty cool stuff for Patrick Kane. He passes Brett Hull for sole possession of 26th place on the NHL all-time scoring list. So Pat Kane just continuing to go up and up here in his time as a Red Wing.
And as for the standings in general, I mean, they beat the Flyers yesterday, so they get 2 more points on them. So Ottawa has that tiebreaker over the Red Wings right now. They're the final wild card spot with 88 points. The Red Wings are the first team out with 88 points. Columbus also has 88 points. So 3-way tie for that final wild card spot.
How many games left?
7 for the Wings.
Okay. Gonna have to win a good amount of those to get back into the playoffs here. But it's April. You're out of March.
Thank
God.
God.
Hopefully that's good for the Red Wings. I don't know if you saw this. Pretty cool news on the college hockey side of things. I don't really like talking about that team on the west side of the state, but this is cool news, so we'll talk about them Western versus U of M next year are going to have an outdoor hockey game at Waldo Stadium, which is where Western plays football at. So they're going to have an outdoor hockey game in January next year. Of course, Western, U of M have been at the top of college hockey over the last couple years. A chance for both those teams to go back-to-back, with Western winning it last year, Michigan still alive in the Frozen Four this time around. So pretty cool. I love the outdoor hockey stuff. I think it's a very cool thing that goes on nowadays.
Waldo Stadium, top 2 coldest I've ever been in my entire life. Game day when Western was undefeated, I went to that game when I was a kid. Western was up so many points by the time we left that in the fourth quarter, we just had to leave. Couldn't feel my feet. I don't know why I felt the urge to tell that story, but whatever.
Can I tell a funny Waldo Stadium
story? Sure.
Yeah,
after you go unplug Alexa. She's got a mind of her own right now. We set an alarm for Alexa to play a song to scare one of our coworkers like 2 weeks ago, and now it just plays whenever we want. It's quite.
We're having a fun Friday here today.
Yeah,
Alexa
sure.
is just doing whatever she wants right now. She's turned off. My funny Waldo Stadium story. I'll make this brief. Last year, CMU Western, we dressed up because it was on Halloween. I was in that Minion costume, the same one that I wore on the show here. I had to go interview head coach Matt Drinkle basically 20 seconds after their heartbreaking loss to Western Michigan and walk through the whole pit of fans
in a Minion.
In a Minion costume. Really, really embarrassing time. I'm happy that's over. So, yeah, good stuff, though, with the college hockey side of things. I think that's very fun. Okay, let's talk about golf, because the Masters is coming up next weekend. Very excited for the Masters. First off, did you see the Tiger Woods body cam footage that has come out? Because wow, just unlimited meme potential there with Tiger Woods. All this body cam footage. He says he was on the phone with the president. He says
no, but you got to do it the way he did. Sir, the officer was like, sir, we need you to come back here, stay here at the crime scene. I'm on the phone with the president. Just kind of like puts his hand out, dismissing the officer, just trying to do his job.
Big guys him so hard. The
officer's just trying to do his job. I'm on the phone with the president. Oh
yeah, my bad.
Sorry, man.
How do you even respond to that?
You don't.
Hang up on him. So that was really good. There's a clip of him like getting into the car, and they like covered him up because they didn't want anybody to see that it was Tiger Woods. Like, just there's a lot of meme potential there. Nothing's funnier though than the original time, because there's been multiple DUIs with Tiger Woods. The original time he gets arrested, when they say, "Can you recite the alphabet backwards?" and then they say, "What did I just ask you?" and he goes, "You want me to sing the national anthem backwards?" Oh, man. Just Tiger Woods, man. He's going to rehab, though, so hopefully he can clear himself up a little bit.
I can't right now sober do the alphabet backwards.
I don't know if I could either. I've never attempted to.
I know I can't.
It feels like a difficult thing. I mean, I'm a person that has to, like, when somebody says, like, what's the letter after G?
I got to sing this
I got to think about it. I can't just do it right away. It's H. Yeah, I had to think about it for a sec. Like, I'm not good at that stuff. I know that we sound really stupid right now. Okay, but the other thing in golf I wanted to talk about, another legend of golf, the guy that was always kind of the little bro to Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, is going to miss the Masters, unfortunately, due to a family health matter. So we won't see Tiger or Phil at the 2026 Masters. A true shame.
And did you see Scottie Scheffler's wife is 9 months pregnant right now?
Really? I did not know that.
Could have a baby at any time.
Oh.
Bad planning on our guy.
Off the top of your head, by the way, because now that we're talking about Scottie Scheffler, how old do you think Scottie Scheffler is?
Ooh, 37?
Yeah, Scottie Scheffler is probably the oldest-looking 29-year-old you've ever seen in your life.
What? That guy's not even in his 30s?
He's not even 30. He's 29. He looks so old. Like he's like a balding. I mean, no offense. I guess that is very offensive, but yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Okay, a couple more things going on here in the news. Back to college basketball with Michigan. I don't know if you saw this, but the Fab Five are going to reunite for a Final Four alternate broadcast. Yes, Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, Ray Jackson. They're all going to be on a True TV HBO Max alt broadcast during Michigan versus Arizona.
Timeout. Who the hell is this for? It's not for the Michigan fans. Do you really want to hear the Fab Five talking about how this team's not as good as they were?
Yeah, that's all it's going to be. They're not as good as us.
Yaxel said he was the best team. How about you go get it done, son? No, like, who is
you
this
guys
for?
didn't get it done?
This is for old heads, I guess.
Is it?
I don't know.
Don't
Like,
the old heads just want to watch the game? Like,
this sounds terrible to me.
So-
I have no interest in turning this on.
I have always been anti-alt broadcast. It's not for me. I understand that it is for some people.
The Manning cast is good.
I don't think it is. That's just me, though.
I would never turn it on, but their interviews are great. Like it's a fun throw on in the background.
It's just a podcast with a basketball, with
Yeah.
a football game going on in the background, though. That's the issue. Like,
But now everyone's trying to copy
to
them.
me, I want to watch the game. Like, it makes more sense for a Monday night game in December because, like, it's not that much implications or whatever. This is a Final Four game between Arizona and Michigan, and we're having an alt broadcast that it's going to be more about those guys than it is about the game, you know?
For sure.
And I just like watching the actual broadcast of the game. So I've never liked the alt broadcast. It's never been for me. But for people that are interested in this, you can watch it.
How many of those guys are actually in media right now? It's just Jalen, right?
It's just, well, Chris Webber, I think, is out now, right? I don't think he does TV anymore. He obviously did for the longest time. I don't think he is anymore. Juwan Howard coaches. I don't know what Jimmy King and Ray Jackson are up to.
Wait, is Jalen even in media anymore?
No, Jalen's not. You're right. No, he does. He does some stuff. He does something. I just saw it recently on something, so I don't know what it is, but he's not on ESPN anymore.
Right.
That's like the whole thing. So.
He's just like the Pistons' second mascot now.
He basically is courtside at every game.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. You always can see him, too. You always know that it's Jalen Rose over there.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because he never played for the Pistons. That's like the funniest part about Jalen Rose's career. Loves the Pistons, though. Last thing in the news, we will end it with this. Max Clark been going off in the first 6 games of AAA. I just thought this was worth noting. He's got 5 doubles in his first 6 games. He's got an over 1,000 OPS right now. No homers, but, man, 5 doubles in 6 games.
Kid's going to be okay.
Parker Meadows, time ticking a little bit.
The
Are we going
funny
to see
thing
Max
is
Clark in
Parker hasn't-
2026?
I think so.
I think so, too.
I don't think Parker's been awful, though, to start the
No.
year. That should be worth noting.
But, like, hey, we're saying Tigers need a leadoff hitter.
It could be Max. Yeah, Max had a terrible spring. He was always going to be fine, though, right? It's no one took away spring training like, oh, this guy sucks. It's just he wasn't ready, and that's fine. It also probably helps that there's no sun out to glare off of his chains that light up his eyes. 989-837-6125. When the seasons change, Maple Hill Nursery is hard at work for you. They offer professional snow plowing for the winter to keep your driveway clear, spring and fall cleanup to get your yard looking best year-round. When things warm up, mowing services keep your lawn in top shape all summer long. From winter to spring, everything in between, Maple Hill Nursery is hard at work for you. They're your all-season lawn landscaping partner right here in Midland.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.
Hey, I got some good news for you. Guess who's in the leadoff spot today for the Tigers?
Max Clark?
No
way, it's Kevin McGonigal.
Your leadoff hitter for opening day in Detroit is Kevin McGonigal. Glaber in the 2-hole, Carey in the 3, Riley in the 4, Dingler in the 5, McKinstry in the 6, Torkelson in the 7 spot, Parker Meadows out in center field in the 8, Javi Baez in the 9 spot. That's, I mean, like, how it took 6 games for him to be the leadoff hitter? That's incredible.
Is he the most ideal leadoff hitter on the team, though? Like, I don't really think he is. But I guess he's put together the most at-bats, so why not? Yeah.
They don't have a good leadoff hitter.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
It's probably Keith.
Probably Keith.
Where's Keith at today in the lineup? Don't say
absent.
Not in it.
He is absent.
What?
With a righty on the mound, too. I don't like it, man. I really don't like it.
So Javi's in the lineup then today?
Javi's the shortstop.
Oh, it's because of the Fromber thing. That's why. Colt should just be the DH.
Yeah, but why can he not be the DH?
Yeah. So Carey's DH?
Glaber's DH. They like Carey in right field this year.
Who's playing second? McKinstry?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
What are we doing?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on that. All of it.
That's frustrating.
Get McKinstry out of the lineup. I don't.
Keith, best OPS on the team, not even batting first. I think not even in the lineup.
I think it's a good thing that we're at a point where I don't think McKinstry should ever be in the starting lineup. Unless there's an injury of some sorts. It's nice that he can play out anywhere coming off the bench, but what's the justification for him starting over Colt Keith ever? Ever. There isn't one.
No, he is the guy that comes off the bench, like when you need to throw guys around defensively. Like that's his purpose.
It's very frustrating.
It is.
I came to the realization yesterday that I think April's just it's a top 3 month for sure for sports. I think it might actually just be number 2. And it's better than March. It just is. You get the Final Four, you get the Masters, you get the start of the NHL and NBA playoffs. I think it's just better. And you get like a lot of opening days for the Tigers happen for their home opener in April. Baseball's in full swing too. April in the D. I think it's just better. Especially if the Wings and the Pistons can both make it into the playoffs. The only thing that really competes with it is October when you have both those teams playing World Series and football on. That I don't think can ever be topped.
And basketball's like just starting.
Yeah.
Barely.
College. Yeah.
See, I like November, but you're right. Like October has the playoff baseball, so it has to be included because November's like the start of college basketball as well.
Now that we're through March, I think I'm just realizing it's a little bit of an overrated month.
Yeah. Matt DeVries, who's joining the show today, threw this topic at us a while ago. He said April was better than March, and I never really considered it. So shout out to Matt because he did discover this first.
He was the first person to say it ever.
He was first person ever to say it. Yeah, you're probably right, but I will argue like from the March Madness perspective, the first weekend of March Madness is the best part of it. It's better than this weekend, and I will die on that hill.
Sure, but you just said that this is the greatest like Final Four thing we've seen in a long time.
We also had FAU versus San Diego State 3 years ago playing in this game. Like nothing against those teams, but like there isn't the Final Four games are awesome, but there's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. And a national championship and the Masters.
There's 3 games. The first weekend of March Madness is what makes March Madness, which happens in March. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called March Madness. Or else it'd be called April Madness if the Final Four was the best part of it.
Sure.
I do think the Final Four is like a top-tier sporting event. No doubt about it. But there's only 2 games. 3 games total. The first weekend of the NCAA tournament is what makes it. So at least it has that. You're probably right, though, from the fact that baseball really gets in the swing of things. I know it doesn't have the opening day factor of it.
To me, Tigers opening day is today. Like that's when I hear opening day.
Tigers opening day is today. Yes,
that's what I always think.
I mean, that's literally what it is. Yeah. It's not that it happens that way every year, but like it is this year and it did last year as well. But the golf thing probably plays into this. The fact that the Masters kicks off, like the whole the really the PGA Tour kicks off fully in
the
April.
Playoffs for NHL and NBA.
Yeah, you're right. It probably is. It probably is better than March. Is it the best month though?
No, I like I said, I think it's October.
You think October is better?
October is the best sports month that exists
It
because
just
you
has
have
football.
all 4 pro sports teams going, plus you have football.
Yeah, it totally is. October's 1. November is a good, it's really close. I do love November.
But how is November better than October when October you just have the
November has college basketball. It's like the start of college basketball.
The World
Tip-off.
Series is better than the beginning of college
Totally.
basketball. We always say the same thing every
It
year
is.
with college basketball. It's too hard to keep up with almost for the first month and a half.
And maybe for casuals, maybe for not real ball lovers.
It's down the priority list for me at the very beginning when football's still
It's
on.
not tapped in.
I guess. I think I'm just way more locked into football
course.
until that's over. Then it's time to lock in for college basketball.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any month that doesn't have football can't be the best month. Like April can't be number 1.
I think
it
it's
doesn't
number
have
2.
football.
I think it's number 2 though. The NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs, when you have 2 teams in it, I mean, we haven't experienced that since 2016, and even that doesn't even count because it's like the Pistons enter there limping in, and they're getting swept in the first round. Like, if you have 2 legitimate playoff teams this time of year, I'm not sure there's anything that's really better than that.
Yeah, really good point. I mean, if the Wings and Pistons both got in the playoffs,
That'd be exhilarating.
plus you have baseball really kicking off, plus you have the Final Four, which Michigan is playing in it, plus you have the Masters next weekend. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You're right. You've convinced me.
989-837-6125. If you are looking to move, meet Matt Smith, Modern Realty, redefining real estate with a fresh, modern approach. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Matt Smith delivers personalized service tailored to you. Cutting-edge marketing, local expertise, and a commitment to making your real estate experience as smooth and successful as possible. From cozy starter homes to luxury properties, they know how to find you the perfect fit. Trust the team that combines innovation with real-world know-how. That is Matt Smith, Modern Realty. I know you guys can't see this. Take a peek outside. Guess what they're doing? They're taking the tarp off the fields. No more rain the rest of the day.
Sun's out.
Sun's coming out right now. Dow Diamond, hope to see you guys here for opening day at the ballpark for the high A affiliate of the Los Angeles Dodgers. That is the Great Lakes Loons. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, and we're live here on 100.9, the 10 o'clock hour on the way. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building.
Easy Electric Studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mid. WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
I have a proposal for the Michigan fans. It's a total hypothetical. I wanted to gauge the market on this, on whether or not, like, how badly do you want a national championship? If I told you, hey, you can get a natty, you're going to beat Arizona, you're going to have a really good chance of beating whoever wins that other game. If I could basically guarantee you like a 95% chance to win the national championship, would you take it if it meant that Bryce Underwood's career is just a disaster at Michigan? He plays one more year, he's super disappointing, and then he transfers out. Would you take that deal, Michigan fans? I feel like the answer's probably no, right? Like, you've got a chance with Bryce to win a real, like a national championship that no one can tell you has an asterisk on it, right? You've got a chance to go get back into the national title scene for football. I still think Bryce has that sort of potential. I feel like the answer is probably no, right? Or do Michigan fans so desperately want a national championship because they haven't had one in 30 years in basketball?
Probably no. It's 100% no. This has got to be the worst hypothetical ever.
You would not do this.
Why would anyone do this? So you're telling me I could just, if I'm a Michigan fan, I could just live currently where my team is favored to win the national championship already?
No. See, here's where the hypothetical comes. If you don't take the deal, you're not winning the natty.
Oh, so
and
there's
it means Bryce might
there's
be
no
good.
option of just living like life normally.
No,
Yeah.
You either take the red pill or blue pill. There is no taking no pill.
So they lose. They lose to Arizona.
Yeah, and it means you get to potentially see Bryce Underwood's career play out.
Okay, that's different then. I didn't know that was how this hypothetical worked. So it's either you lose in the Final Four to Arizona, you keep Bryce Underwood, or bye-bye Bryce Underwood.
And you win the natty.
National champions.
Yeah.
Okay. In that perspective, I've completely flipped my answer. The answer is yes.
You'd rather just have the basketball natty.
Of course.
Live off of
you
the
want to know
football
why?
natty from
They
2030.
won a national championship in football already. You get to be the team that has won a football and a basketball national championship in the same 3 years.
That's a good
in
point.
a 3-year span. How many other teams have done that?
Not a lot.
I can't think of a lot, right?
Well, they're all. What's
Florida
that graphic?
did, I'm pretty sure.
They're the only team with multiple Final Fours and multiple college football
CFPs,
playoff
yeah.
appearances since 2018. Only school in the country. It's pretty good.
I believe Florida did this in the late 2000s.
Yeah, the Tebow
The
championship.
Urban Meyers, and then, of course, Florida with Billy
Al Horford.
Donovan went back-to-back.
Yeah.
So Florida's definitely there, but like not that many teams have done this. This would be a pretty rare thing to do in the same 3-year span, win a football and basketball national championship. And you just have to think, like, can Michigan win? How realistically can Michigan win a natty in the next 3 years max, maybe 2 years?
I don't think it's that crazy. You have the number one prospect that came out of high school last year.
Are they a top 4 team in the Big Ten?
Going into this year?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
No.
so early.
They're not.
Ohio State, Indiana.
Oregon.
Why is Oregon just automatically ahead
I don't know,
of
because they
Michigan?
were the 5 seed last
Just
year.
lost their quarterback.
They went. They literally have Dante Moore.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you know.
And they added Dylan Raiola to be there once he's done. Oregon absolutely is over them.
Okay, sure.
And then the debate comes. You know, like I know Illinois is supposed to be good this year. USC obviously is like they brought their quarterback back. Maybe they're 4th, but like cool, they're the 4th best team in their conference. Is that winning them a national title?
I think the thing that's not being talked about enough with Michigan right now is they're just going to be better because they got rid of a toxic work environment, psychotic head coach.
Good
now
point.
they brought in someone who's just competent. And I'd say more than competent to be the head coach because of all the success and experience that he had at Utah. That alone is like, oh, yeah, Bryce Underwood should be way – remember the quote that when he got hired of like, yeah, it turns out Bryce didn't have a quarterback's coach. Huh? What do you mean he didn't have a quarterback's coach? It was Sharon Moore.
What made it even funnier was it was Whittingham on the pod with Urban Meyer. So, like, Basically, he was trashing Michigan. Kyle Whittingham was. Like, his own university that he is coaching now, just like how bad it was the year prior. And Urban Meyer's eating it up. It's like, yeah, he didn't even have a QB's coach last year. Huh?
One of the
Urban
more
Meyer's, like,
insane
baffled by
things.
this. He's like, well, what are you talking about? He didn't have a quarterback's coach. Yeah, it's a really good point. So, like, they're due for some natural progression, probably.
Yeah, they
based off of
they don't
last
have a
year.
freaking weirdo as their head coach anymore.
It's a good point. Their DC might be. You know, we saw that the clip of him with that reporter earlier this offseason. It's just kind of a thing that happens with Michigan coaches, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on between those walls.
I think it's a good the reason why you would say yes, and Chris is saying this in our YouTube chat, and this is another reason why I would say yes. Michigan has the assets to just go get any quarterback they want.
That's true.
You lose Bryce Underwood in the portal. He says, I'd do it in a heartbeat. A national championship versus one player. Give me the natty. Plenty of QBs in the portal.
Yeah.
Oh, you lose Bryce Underwood? Dylan Raiola, come to Michigan. The next guy, come to Michigan. This guy, that guy. The next Fernando Mendoza, welcome to Michigan. They have the money to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you absolutely do this.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right answer. I wanted to test the waters as to where people are with Bryce because he became such a polarizing figure throughout the course of the season. It's like those first 3 weeks, you remember how much people were gassing him up? It's like, this is the greatest thing we've had since. No, but remember, people turned on him so fast during the season.
Sure.
He was bad. Like, he can't throw the football right now, or at least last year. Throwing the football, not his strong suit. Playing quarterback, what's a qualification for playing quarterback? Throwing the football. Yeah. People turned on him really fast. Again, to all the points I just made about having a competent head coach and also just like a second year of development and people being in his corner now where it felt like last year he was alone and had no idea how to watch film. I think we're due for a pretty big jump with that kid. I just wanted to test the waters with it as to how desperate people were for a national championship in the basketball end of things too. But I think the best point you made is probably the best point in general. You'd be one of the only schools in the country to have a natty in football and basketball in a 3-year span.
Yeah.
Just sign up for that.
Now, if there was a third option of just like living out how real life really works right now, that's probably the option you take. Like Michigan can just win the natty and keep Bryce Underwood.
Yeah.
But the hypothetical is interesting because like Esco says not a chance. He wouldn't do it. So like there's people that would
rather just keep Bryce Underwood.
I would assume that's what he means by not a chance. So it's interesting because Bryce Underwood is, at the end of the day, like the most popular and polarizing college athlete in the state of Michigan. No doubt about it.
Well,
he's more popular than Yaxel Lenderberg. Don't do that.
I was going to say polarizing fears comes to mind, but you're right.
No,
like,
I still
just
think
grand
Bryce.
Scheme of things,
He's football.
Bryce
He's the
Underwood.
Michigan quarterback that's making $12 million. Like it will always be him.
And
yes.
out of sight, out of mind right now. But as soon as we get back in this mix of things with fall, this is.
We're
in terms
talking
of
about Bryce
content
Underwood
MVPs,
right now. Like, think
right.
about this, you know?
Last year, content MVPs.
Ooh, that should be added to the middies.
100%, because I think he won it last year. Maybe Sharon
Moore.
Moore.
I say Sharon Moore might have been the content MVP.
He certainly had some sort of content on
Tarek
his phone.
Skubal making a good case for it, too, man.
McGonigal, too,
Yeah.
right now. Just McGonigal's
That's the Mount
probably
Rushmore
the favorite, right?
of content MVPs right now, yeah.
Well, who's the favorite for 2026 to be the content MVP? Is it McGonigal? Or is it still Skubal?
It feels like McGonigal.
Or Yax. Yax has had a crazy run.
It could be like a Dusty May, Yaxel Lendenberg argument.
I think it'd be Yax.
Probably.
Because Yax has the age thing that people super dislike.
For sure. Yeah, but I would still probably lean McGonigal.
Once we get into football season, though, Bryce is coming full head of
Yeah,
steam.
exactly. Bryce will take that right back.
Yeah. I think last year did have to be Bryce because the whole recruiting thing as well, when it was like LSU to Michigan, and that whole story was just bizarre
Connor
to watch.
Stalions like getting involved in it too, like just made it even crazier.
When he became his quarterbacks coach in high school for that playoff run.
Just for the playoffs? Yeah, exactly.
One of the crazier things that has ever happened. 989-837-6125. A lot of great stuff still coming up. Goals for the Tigers this weekend. So let's jump into that when we come back. I've got 5 written down to present to our audience when we come back. 10 o'clock hour, we're rocking and rolling. 11 o'clock hour is going to look a little bit different today. We're going to have 4 different guests on throughout 3 segments. So we're excited about that, including somebody from the Great Lakes Loons roster. Logan Wagner is going to join us. Really excited about that. The Midland Area Community Foundation, they're dedicated to strengthening our community through generosity and connection, supporting local nonprofits, scholarships, and projects that make Midland a better place to live, work, and play.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building. By Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, goals for the Tigers this weekend. Their series kicks off today at 1:10. Home opener should be 65 and sunny. So no excuses to not hit home runs, which is my number one goal for the team. Multiple home runs. I'm not going to put a certain number on it, just more than one. Can we hit more than one home run this weekend? Can we double our total for the first 6 games? That'd be nice. That'd be real nice. They rank dead last right now. No team has less than 3. Most teams have somewhere between 5 and 6. The Tigers have one singular home run, when they were out on the West Coast.
And it happened on the first game of the year.
Shout out Dylan Dingler. 5 straight games without one. Can we just hit multiple home runs this week? It's supposed to be 67 today in Detroit for opening day. I'm going to be pretty upset if we are talking on Monday and they still didn't hit a home run.
They better hit 3 of them.
3. I just have 2. Like 2 would make me fine. 3, okay, yeah,
but
3.
What if they got 2 and then in one of the games where they don't get one, they score 0 again? I could care less about the 2 home runs. You scored 0.
That's true.
Don't score 0. Can that be my number 1 goal?
Oh, don't get shut out?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, I didn't have that one.
Like, it's a
down.
pretty the issue is these goals, they are just so bottom of the barrel, bare minimum type goals.
Yeah.
Hit a home run. It's baseball,
Hit
dude.
multiple
These
home
guys
runs.
hit home runs. Like, it's stuff that you do. Don't get shut out. Score? Like, it's like the main part of baseball. Like, the fact that these are even the goals. This is a team we picked that we were confident to go to the World Series.
Well,
we
maybe
got to be
readjusting
setting the
some of
bar
that.
higher. Yeah.
I have score in 8 innings because there's that stat we talked about so many times yesterday that the Tigers have scored in 2 of the last 36 innings played, and
Yeah.
they're 0-4 during that stretch.
They've only scored in 7 innings total on the season.
I'm just going to say, can we score 8? Can we score in 8
Like,
innings?
score across 8 innings? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Put up something besides 0 on the scoreboard in 8 of the 27 innings. I'd be happy. Score in 3 innings each game.
Yeah.
That's not that crazy of an ask.
I won't complain if they do the thing where they score 6 runs in 1 inning again, but, like, if you're going to do that, add a couple more runs later in the game.
Right.
You know, like,
Don't
add
just-
some more earlier. It's a weird part of this lineup so far. Like, it's because you said it's not like they're bottom of the league in runs scored.
Right in the middle.
They're doing fine because they've had the games where they put up 7 in 1 inning and they put up 5 in 1 inning. But it's weird that they can't do it across a full game. So, yeah, this is a good goal. I actually like this. Score across 8 different innings. What's that? Basically 3 per game, just short of it. Like,
Yeah.
you can do that.
It's either the floodgates are completely open and we are flowing freely, or the
Flowing
dam has
freely.
been completely shut off. Like, there is no in between with this team. There's not a constant flow of water going with this offense. It's one or the other. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency from the lineup.
Okay.
Kerry Carpenter. We got 3 righties coming up. We still have not faced a left-handed pitcher. I say we like I'm on the team. 3 more right-handed starters this weekend that you're playing against. You should be in the starting lineup for all 3 games. So far, Kerry Carpenter is 2 for 22 this season. You have multiple hits. We just have more than one. Can we have 3 hits from Kerry Carpenter this weekend? One from each game. That sounds like a fine goal, right? Have a multi-hit game for all I care. Just have 3 hits throughout the course of this series, because the 3 for 22 or the 2 for 22 in the first 6 games, that's not going to cut it, man.
Has he had an at-bat against a lefty?
No, he is not.
Like, what are we doing here? He is the platoon bat, and you can't even hit the guys you're supposed to hit? Like, what's the point of even playing? So, yeah, he has to get on the right track, because if he has another full series where he's actually getting a lot of at-bats against right-handed pitching that is as bad as the first 2 series were, we are entering, like, bench territory this early in the season. Because,
Wow.
but, I mean, why would you not?
What's the point of having him out
He's
there?
the platoon bat. It'd be no different than Jahmai Jones. He doesn't hit against right-handed pitching.
If Jahmai Jones was 2 for 22 against
He
lefties,
would get benched.
he'd be in AAA.
And he's a platoon bat. And obviously Carpenter has a little bit more legacy to him, but like this is not an everyday, this is not a guy that faces it's not Torkelson, it's not Riley Green, it's not Gleyber Torres. Like, those guys contribute in other ways because they face both righties and lefties. They play defense. Kerry Carpenter, he's playing right field today, sure. He's not a good outfielder. Like,
He's
if
got
he
a
is-
cannon of an arm,
If
that's
he's
it.
not hitting against right-handed pitching, what's the point? It's that simple.
I'm with you. Have multiple hits. Show some signs of life. Speaking of show signs of life, Verlander on Sunday, I've got a goal for him. Can you get through 4 innings without giving up 5 runs? Let's just make the bar as low as humanly possible for Justin Verlander. Can you just, like, not be terrible? That would be nice, for you to just not be awful, because that first game, I mean, we did the flash, so I don't even know what first game we're talking about. His first game is on Sunday. Don't be terrible would be my suggestion to Justin Verlander on
Yeah, it's
Sunday
weird.
for
You,
Easter.
If you look up his stats, it says he's already pitched in a game. I don't know if they have it wrong. Like, they must have They must have counted something from spring training
They're
or
saying
something.
he played in Arizona. I don't remember that.
I think spring training. They were there at some point.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, this is the one that I will accept a low bar for because it's Verlander, man, and it's on Easter. Like, yeah, just have a fine game, man.
Don't be awful.
Yeah, you give up 3 runs through 5 innings. Whatever, that's okay. Like, just don't get blown up.
Don't give up 5 through 3. That's all I'm asking
I like
for.
that.
And then the last one I had was, can we just win the series? Can we get back to 500? Right? A series win would mean you're back to 500. No, actually it wouldn't. It'd mean you're, unless you swept.
4 and 5.
Yeah.
Impossible to be at 500.
Yeah. So,
Close to 500.
It'd be nice to just win this series and get back to okay, we're back on track. As another series loss here, that would mean in some way, shape, or form you're 1-5 or 1-6 in your last 7 games. I don't want any of that. I'm not looking to get into slumps at any point this season. I would like a little bit more consistency, and that's just it's been the thing the Tigers have been lacking for years now. They get hot, they get cold. Their ups and downs are much more extreme than anybody else's in baseball, it feels like, at least amongst the teams that consider themselves playoff teams.
Yeah, that's fair because I don't know if you can count the first couple, like at least the very beginning of the season, a slump. Like, I don't really know if that counts. If they can get out of it this weekend, though. Like, they have potential to create a slump this weekend.
Yes.
If they get swept or lose 2 of 3, then it's like, okay, yeah, they are in one. I don't think they currently are in one right now, this very second.
But they
certainly could start though this weekend, especially now that you're finally home. It's the 3rd series of the year. You're over a weekend. Like, this is real now.
Especially if the offense doesn't kick it in a little bit.
Yeah, if it's the same reasons that they've been losing games like they did in Arizona, so that would make sense. Chris in the YouTube chat is throwing out a goal for the weekend.
Sure.
He says strike out less than 10 times per game.
10 times per game. That's not per game? I thought he meant in total. I was
And
like,
then
that might be a little bit more of a
He
big
put a
ask.
laughing emoji next to it as well, so definitely just making fun of their strikeout ability.
The strikeouts themselves haven't been like a super disaster issue so far this season, though. Like, in terms of the total strikeouts, I mean, they rank 11th. It's not good. They've struck out 60 times already this year. That's not good, but I guess that is 10
That's 10 times per game. That's actually hilarious.
At least they're not the Angels, who somehow already have 80 strikeouts.
Oh my gosh.
They've played an extra game, but still
What, they struck out 20 times then? Like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good goal. As much as we thought it was a joke at the beginning, striking out less than 10 times per game would be a nice thing to see for this team. How about less than like 8 times per game?
Yeah, right.
Impossible
no,
if Javi's in the lineup.
Exactly. Yeah, Javi's saying, okay, there's 2. Wait, Kerry Carpenter's in the lineup? There's 2.
Green's in the lineup? There's 1.
There's 1. Yeah, Torkelson?
Okay, so 6. There's 6. Can everybody else just...
Crap.
We just named all of our best hitters from last year.
Oh, man, that's not fun.
Keith and McGonigal, man. Although Keith's not even
carrying
playing
the
today.
load.
Keith not playing today is actually
what are we
criminal.
doing,
What
man?
is happening? He leads the team in hits, doesn't he? Or he's second?
Him and McGonigal, I think, are tied.
Yeah, that's insane to me. Like, what are we? Not only are they leading the team in hits, but you look across the American League, and it's like, who are the guys with double-digit hits? So I guess neither of them have double-digit hits this year. But like Keith has 8 hits. McGonigal has 8 hits. Those are the top 2 guys on the team. There's only a selective amount of players that have more hits than that across the American League. What are we doing? I know Keith's going to play at some point today, but why would Zach McKinstry ever start at second base over Colt Keith? Are we so hamstrung or handcuffed to not wanting to play Colt Keith at second base?
The only time, but just like play him at DH, and why is Glaber DHing today? They're coming off a day off. It's not like he needs a rest.
Yeah, they did that with Dingler too. The day after the day going into a rest day.
And like usually, typically game 3 is always like the backup catcher just gets that game. Like it just seems to always work out that way. But like with the Keith stuff, it would make more sense if this was game 3 and it was okay. Like we'll give him a rest. He'll come in the game at some point.
Keith
whatever.
is 24. What are we talking? Why does he need rest days?
No, I know, but it would just make more sense, is what I'm saying. This makes no sense. The fact that he's not in the lineup today. McKinstry. He just should not be starting at second base of all places. I don't understand.
I don't get it either. 989-837-6125. We did have a text regarding our take that April's actually better than March.
Okay.
This is a great point. Don't forget we have the NFL draft in April as well.
And it's probably the funnest draft.
Probably.
I mean, I like the NBA draft too.
Yeah, but the NBA draft, like after the first 10 picks, is just kind of boring.
Yeah, the NFL draft is like literally a whole entire 3-day event.
And every pick in the first round seems like it swings an entire team.
You stay up for it too. It's in Pittsburgh this year as well.
Pittsburgh. Really? Is that it?
It is.
Crane's L&M Appliance right here in the Tri-City area. They've been serving you guys for a long time. Quality homes, that's what they want to give you with their appliances. Refrigerators, washers, stoves, dishwashers, backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff that you can count on. They make getting the right appliance easy with delivery, professional installation, haul away for your old unit, and even financing options to fit your budget. Stop into Crane's L&M Appliance Center today and discover dependable brands and great value for every room in your home.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding. Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
We got to work some football in, as we always do. We'll never do a show without talking a little football. Here is our trip around the league.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
2026 NFL free agency. Can these teams, or are these teams, in line for a turnaround after free agency? They list 5 teams on NFL.com. Judy Batista. I'm going to list these 5 teams. We'll go over whether or not we think they can have a big-time turnaround this year, all right?
All right.
Team number 1, the one pick in 1.01, the Las Vegas Raiders. I think the answer for this one's yes. Mendoza's going into a situation with Genty, who showed a lot of great signs, similar to like Gibbs in his rookie year. Was like, okay, we see it. There's enough here. His offensive line was awful last year. He was one of the worst running backs in the nation, I guess in the NFL, in terms of yards before contact. He was just constantly getting hit in the backfield. Guess what they did? They brought in Tyler Linderbaum. That should help fix things in the interior. They've got one of the best third down blankets that you have, safety blankets in the NFL, in Brock Bowers, who's hopefully healthy this season. Plus, they're getting Crosby back. They added Kwity Paye. They added Nakobe Dean, and the walking unnecessary roughness flag, Quay Walker. So, this defense is going to be improved. I think they're totally in line for a big-time turnaround, especially if the Chiefs are having a down year with no Mahomes to start the year.
That's what really plays here. Like, how good are the Chiefs going to be? Because on paper, yeah, of course the Raiders have improved. Like, they're better at quarterback. They brought back Max Crosby when they thought they were trading him away. Like, clearly there's a lot of good things that point to their team improving. But that division is so tough. It's such a difficult division. Like, do you think they're finishing anywhere higher than 4th?
I think they could finish as high as 2nd.
2nd?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no way they're better than the Broncos or Chargers, right?
I want to see what they end up doing in the draft outside of Mendoza, too. But Chargers, no. Broncos, I don't know, man. They overachieved last year, and now they've got to play first-place schedule.
You just hate Bo Nix.
I think he's a fine quarterback. But I think you're drafting Mendoza thinking that he's going to be better than Bo Nix, right?
Sure, yeah. I just think that, yes, on paper, based off of what they did to their team from last year, it makes sense. But then you look at the context of everything, it's such a difficult division to go anywhere better than 4th in. But the Chiefs could have a really down year, and that could really help it. So, sure.
Jets. I have a big fat N-O written down for this one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Division is tough. You've got the Patriots and Bills that you have to deal with.
You might get 3rd.
He might get 3rd. Yeah, the Dolphins, I think, will be the worst team in the league. I mean, you add DeMario Davis and Minka Fitzpatrick on defense. Cool, you added a couple old guys. And then if all signs point to them drafting a Verrell Reese with that 2nd pick, who's like this hybrid, high upside guy. You know who the last guy to have this exact same profile was? Was Abdul Carter, and that doesn't look like it's really panning out right now. So I'm gonna go with no, and I'm just gonna hope for Aaron Glenn's sake that they don't draft Ty Simpson at any point. Geno Smith led the league in picks last year. I don't think they're ready to compete yet.
No,
I hope
they're not.
Improved. I hope they don't have the 2nd worst record in the league, but I don't think they're going to have some sort of big turnaround.
I think they're going to be bad. I think they're going to be really bad. They have multiple first-round picks next year as well, so they kind of benefit from being bad next year. Go get your actual quarterback of the future.
Here comes Arch Manning.
Whether it's Arch Manning, whatever you think. Like, it's supposed to be a better quarterback class next year than this year's, of course, is. So, yeah, I think that you are not improving much if you're the Jets this season.
How about the Titans? I think the Jaguars are due for some natural regression the way that they played last season. First place scheduled too. Texans defense should still be awesome, but nobody's feeling great about C.J. Stroud right now. Colts, who knows? I think Titans fans, it's not that crazy to talk yourself into him being the best quarterback in the division sooner rather than later. Who's he really competing against? C.J. Stroud and Trevor Lawrence? And Lawrence was great for 8 weeks last year. That's the only time he's ever been great in his career.
I do kind of like that take.
You can talk yourself into it at the very least, right? You can talk yourself into Robert Saleh's failures in New York being because of Aaron Rodgers' plague rather than Robert Saleh. Like, you can talk yourself into a lot of different things if you're Tennessee. I want them at 4 to draft a weapon for Cam Ward because right now Calvin Ridley's their top offensive weapon. That's just not going to cut it.
Brian Daboll there as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know how much they improved their roster. Like, this is just one of those things that you feel like natural progression will boost them.
Yeah,
like you said,
you hired a coach.
Like you said, name a receiver on the Titans.
Calvin Ridley.
Is he still on the Titans?
Yes.
Cool. Like,
exactly.
It's probably the worst receiver group in the league.
Yeah.
And so, and their running backs, Tony Pollard, Tyjae Spears, like, just
go get Jeremiah Love. Like, why not?
Yeah, they just have terrible everything skill position wise. So the roster itself, I don't think is as better as the 3 other teams in the division. But like you said, feels like the Jags might regress a little bit, or they could be really good. I think the Colts will be good next year. It just feels like they'll be good again. And then Houston, I really have no idea. So this one's a really tough one. It's all based off of how good Cam Ward is. It really is.
Yeah, and like I said, I think you could at the very least talk yourself into him being the best quarterback in the division sooner rather than later. I'd say yes for the Titans.
Okay.
You?
I'll lean no.
How about the Giants?
See, this is everybody's favorite one, right? This is everybody's favorite yes, because you bring in John Harbaugh, who was maybe the best head coaching hire of the offseason. At least it gets talked about in that way. Jackson Dart was the best rookie quarterback most of this time he played last year. Who was better? Shook was better at the end of the year. I mean, you gave me that face like there was some awesome rookie quarterback last season.
Sure.
Like, he was probably the best rookie quarterback. And so, I don't know what the deal is with Cam Scatterbo, if he's going to be healthy or not by the start of the season. Malik Neighbors is, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And you have some good pieces defensively. Like, you have some pretty good players. Brian Burns was top of the league in sacks most of the year last year. You got Sexy Dexy. And you have a top pick as well. It makes a lot of sense. It is the Giants at the end of the day. But I'll say yes. I mean, they'll be better next year, right?
I vehemently disagree with you.
Vehemently?
Vehemently? Is that the word?
Continue.
I think you're uphill battle regardless because you're starting out as the 3rd best team in your division at best. Maybe even 4th.
Yeah, but all these other teams we've talked about are the same way.
Sure. You're right. Look, man, I have a really hard time believing that Cam Scatterbo is going to be a consistent running back one. And I don't think that's sustainable, what he was doing last year, the way that he plays. And we saw it last year. He broke
Probably
down.
true, yeah.
I also just think he's a moron. And I also think that after Dable was fired last year and ownership came in and was like, hey, Jackson Dart, please stop running the football. You're going to get yourself hurt. He wasn't good. He wasn't a good passer of the football. Again, a big qualification for playing quarterback is throwing the ball. I don't think he was that good as soon as they asked him to stop taking off and running. I also feel as if he comes across as very arrogant, which is different than confident. I think he comes across that way and is a little bit more worried about being the star than, leading a team. So I have questions about that. And Malik Neighbors, yes, he's one of the best receivers in the NFL. He's also coming off a torn ACL. The year after you tear your ACL, you typically aren't the same. I think there's a lot of things working against the Jags this year. I'd go no.
The Giants, yeah.
Or the Giants, thank you.
The division, is definitely a question mark, though. That's the one thing I'll give to the Giants. I really have no idea how to predict that division for next year. That's the lone thing I'll give them.
Well, how about the other team of the division, the Commanders? I'll be honest, I still really worry about Jaden Daniels. Not only does he have a small frame, he takes the biggest hits. He does not slide ever.
And it was multiple injuries last year for Daniels. It's not like it was one injury that took him out. He just kept repeatedly getting hurt. He'd come back for 2 weeks, get hurt again. I like Daniels a lot, though. It's a guy that when he is healthy, I still think he is an unreal quarterback. I still think he's the best quarterback of that class. But like you said, he's just not always fully healthy. So
they're still the second oldest defense.
Yeah, it's like their team improved very well.
They changed a lot of things up on defense. Amik Robertson being one of those guys. That doesn't mean it's a better defense.
Their defense stunk, man. Yeah.
And Terry McLaurin's still their wide receiver one, who's going to be 31 in September. and was hurt a lot last year.
And they paid him the Duffy.
Yeah. I'd say no with them.
I think I would lean no as well. I think I'm with you.
Shout out that one year, though, that they went to the NFC Championship.
We don't want to talk about that.
989-837-6125. Around the League, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Aired Insurance. They understand not everyone's insurance needs are the same. They want to work personally with you to create something best suited for your needs, whether it's life, home, auto, physical insurance. It's all available with the Aired Insurance Group with Farm Bureau Insurance.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The... on 100.9 The Mid.
Tigers first game today, April in the D. We've got Michigan playing a Final Four game. Something that maybe slid under the radar yesterday was the fact that the Pistons' magic number is now one win away from locking up the 1 seed and guaranteeing home court advantage for the entirety of the playoffs as long as they're still alive. I really think the 1 seed in basketball with the 3-point variance where it's really just so unpredictable, I really feel like the 1 seed should be given a 5-2 home court advantage. I really feel this way.
It feels like a way to improve the end of the regular season. Like that's something that the NBA always gets talked about, ways to improve. If you're going to have the season be all 82 games, how do you get everybody to fully buy in all the time, this and that. It feels like a way to give the 1 seed a little bit of an extra advantage. I mean, you already have the advantage of playing the 8 seed.
Sure, but the 8 seed is going to be good this year. Whether that's Philly, whether that's the Hornets, it's not like that's some in years past in the Eastern Conference, whoever snuck in as the 8 seed is a cakewalk of a team.
But
I don't think that's going to be the case this year.
That really hasn't been the case for 5 years now, right? I mean, we've seen the 8 seed win a couple of times, and it's been the Miami Heat both times, but
right.
But it has happened.
The way that Philly's playing right now and the way that Charlotte's been playing for 3 months, I'm not going to feel super ultra confident in the Pistons in either of those games if there's a question mark around Cade Cunningham, which there will be. I still would pick them to win, but I don't think it's going to be some 4-0 sweep over any of those teams. I mean, Paul George is playing really good right now. Maxi's unbelievable. And if Embiid can stay healthy, which he probably can't, he's played 36 games this year?
Something like that.
That's a guy that the Pistons are going to have to beat up physically too. And then Charlotte they shoot so many threes that there's just going to be a variance there. I really feel like whoever earns that 1 seed, if you want the regular season to matter more, whoever earns the 1 seed should have a 5-2 advantage.
Yeah, because you think about the other sports. I mean, when I say the other sports, you mainly just think about the NFL. There is such an advantage to getting the 1 seed in the NFL.
Yes.
It is the sport that it matters the most in. Baseball, it has changed a little bit because the 1 and the 2 seed each share the same advantage. But in the NFL, that's the one thing I love about the format of the NFL. The 14-team format is great because of the 1 seed. Getting the 1 seed, man, it's so great. And it didn't work out for the Lions, of course, so that sucks to say. But most of the time it works out. You're just one game and you're in the championship round. Mm-hmm. You win 1 game, boom, just like that. Whereas in the NBA, a lot of these teams don't really care about the seed they get or the number that they get next to their name.
No, they'll start intentionally losing.
It's all about matchup. It's all about who you think you have the best chance to win against. And the Pistons are, like you said, with their magic number being 1, they're locked up to – they can't pick and choose who they're going to play. Also, they have the play-in tournament there, so we don't
won't know. Yeah, we won't.
You won't know until the day of the first game, basically. So it's going to be interesting to see how it rolls out. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, it's great to know that the Pistons without Cade Cunningham, we were a little bit worried about them losing the 1 seed.
A little. I'll raise
you were
my
more
hand.
worried than I
was.
You were more worried than I was. It still would just be a really large loss or large lead to blow.
But they didn't even come close to blowing it. They didn't miss a beat.
I mean, they've just kept
winning.
it. They've kept the same 4 to 5 game lead that they had the whole time. So it's pretty awesome to know that they still could get it done without Cade. And it is an accomplishment that you can look back at. Man, this team was so terrible 2 years ago. This team was god awful. And now they are the 1 seed. That at the end of the day, awesome accomplishment for the Pistons.
It's one of the best 2-year turnarounds the NBA has ever seen. For you to go it was the best turnaround ever last year for them to go from 13 wins to however many wins
tripled
they
their
finished.
win total, yeah.
Yeah, their first team in NBA history to do it. Now they're ascending to the top of the conference. And again, number one reason why I'd say for 70% of the year we thought it was, Cade Cunningham is everything we thought he was going to be. I think it was 50% that and 50% Jalen, maybe 45%. Jalen Duren's actually just one of the 3 to 4 best centers in the NBA. And then 10%, Danis Jenkins, who would have thought, right? It's not as much credit to Cade Cunningham as we necessarily thought. And that's not a, hey, Cade's not as good as we thought they were situation. That is a strictly, I can't believe what Jalen Duren has turned into. I truly can't believe the center that he's become.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Even in last night's game, he's going up against Gobert, who is, whether you like him or not, probably the best defensive center of our generation.
Since Ben Wallace, yeah.
Like since Dwight Howard, I would say.
Sure.
And Wembanyama will take over. But this era, this last decade has been Gobert's as the best defensive player in the league. He's won like 4 depoys. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Duren took it
Duren was killing him, man.
And not just like, hey, we're going to work Gobert out into the perimeter and get him in miss. No, like Duren would catch the ball 6 feet out and just put a shoulder into the dude and go through him over and over again in that first period. It was like, oh my God. If you would have just dropped someone into the game, said, hey, who's the best defensive player on the planet? You would have said Asar Thompson. You would not have said Rudy Gobert.
Right. And you would have just said, like, even who's the best player on the court right now?
Jalen Duren.
Is Jalen Duren. I mean, he's so dominant. And even, like, obviously what he does in the paint is so ridiculous. Every time he misses a shot, it feels like he's going to get it back and put it back in anyways. Even if it's Gobert down there, it doesn't really matter. But the part about Duren's game that I just really have loved the most is how much offense he creates in the DHO, the dribble handoff situations. Mm-hmm. Like, whether it's Duncan Robinson, it works well with a shooter most of the time.
Yeah.
But, like, it just always creates a good look because you have to be ready for Duren on the roll. Every team is prepared for it. If you're not, it's an easy lob dunk. And if you are prepared for the roll and you're trying to stop it, the guy coming off of the dribble handoff gets a score. It's such easy offense for those guys.
He does get called for maybe one too many illegal screens. Like, I feel like every other game he gets called for one of those, which that's gonna really
guy,
piss us off in the playoffs when we get called for that.
Oh, especially if it's against like Cat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't
like
even
somebody
put that
stupid
image
like
into my
that.
mind.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're gonna end up playing New York though.
Probably not. They'll lose to the Celtics before they play us.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the Pistons either play Orlando or the Hornets to some extent. One of those two teams, and then
Cleveland.
Yeah, which last time we played Cleveland.
I'm not excited about that matchup. That's all I'll say.
No. And hopefully, playoff Harden rolls around and we get that version of that dude.
Rolls around. I mean, he is going to roll around. He does every year. It's the playoffs.
That's kind of his whole shtick. Yeah, playoff Harden.
It's, I don't want to, like, do a Harden thing here, but I saw this tweet the other day, and it didn't even say James Harden in the tweet, but it just said, man, he really hasn't been to the finals in 14 years. And it was,
even in that year, it's not like it was his team.
No, but it was just like, that's crazy to think about, man. Like, James Harden has never gone to the finals outside of that 2012 season. It's unreal. And he's still really good.
I mean, it counts, but like,
yeah, it wasn't his squad. No, I mean, that was KD and Russ. Yeah, exactly. It's just weird to think about.
Is it though? Like, I guess it makes sense though.
He's just a great player. Like he is a great player of our generation. And still, the fact he's still good now, because you could have said like,
yeah.
that could be about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has been a bench player for the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Harden is still, he could have been an all-star this year. Probably should have been an all-star
Harden
this
got
year.
traded to Cleveland, and they instantly became a scary threat.
They traded away their young point guard who they paid to get Harden, and they're better.
In a one-for-one trade with no picks or anything attached.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the Pistons' magic number is 1 win away, and they clinched the 1 seed for the first time since 2008. And the Red Wings, on the other side of things, they're now in a 3-way tie for that final wild card spot. I mean, they never were statistically. It's not like a Tigers bounce back, 0% chance to make the playoffs. They felt dead, though. The Wings did for basically 3 weeks. They felt lifeless, no heart, no hustle, no physicality. Yesterday was the first time we saw that flip, and they turned it back onto themselves and beat a Flyers team that is in the playoff mix as well, and they kind of kicked them down the standings a little bit as well. So that was an enormous win that they picked up with 7 games left. I'm not even going to put a number on it. Like, hey, if you go 4-3, you probably get it done. Like, man, like,
right.
They got to get hot.
You got to go one game at a time, though. You had to take it one game at a time.
Yeah, like every game is essentially a must-win. They cannot let – because you know what sucked more than anything was not last year but 2 years ago when you got hot at the end and you won – I don't remember how many games in a row it was, but you won all the games you had to down the stretch, and it still wasn't enough because somebody else won.
Yeah.
You remember that game?
Yeah.
That sucked.
It was the worst.
So don't even put yourself in that sort of situation, and that basically requires you to win out. Like a win out would basically guarantee you a playoff spot.
Can I give you a quick hypothetical?
Sure.
Pistons or Wings, what's more likely to happen? Pistons make the conference finals, Wings make the playoffs. Wings are plus 140 right now to get into the playoffs. There's no odds for Pistons to make the conference finals, but tough one, right? Tough one.
I would say the Pistons. History tells us that the Wings are going
fall short.
going to fall short, and this season
that
has told us
sucks.
that the Pistons have the 1 seed for a reason. They've dominated the East. 989-837-6125. We've got a couple guests coming on when we come back. A little Foodie Friday action for Kyle and I. Something I'm excited about. We've got Logan Wagner of the Loons coming up a little bit later on. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, and we are live here on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Trick Studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
All right, 989-837-6125. Welcome back. We got some special guests in the studio representing A&W. Our guys, Ron and Matt. Thanks for coming on, guys. You guys brought a whole bunch of goodies for us.
Yes, yeah. The A&W and the Bigby. So we're here representing both brands.
Perfect.
Both brands, along with Traction Power Sports and Orion Sports inside the Midland Mall.
Perfect. We went to Orion's a couple years back for our end of the year party. Had a good time in there with they got the axe throwing, they got the golf simulators. Really fun time in there. I feel like it's hidden though in the mall, but anyone who ever has stopped by, it's like, oh wait, what is this place? I can play golf.
Yeah.
Just hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, and we've been starting to add an arcade inside of there, so
Perfect.
slowly developing.
Laser tag and stuff too. So you guys, like you said, representing all those different spots in town, but you guys are celebrating a little something coming up with A&W and some of your anniversaries. But before we get to that, look, what is all this food that you guys brought us? This is fantastic.
Well, we brought a sample of our current, they call it our LTO, our limited time offerings, and the sandwich is our crispy chicken sandwich. We're very proud of it. A&W spent over a year and a half research and development to create this chicken sandwich. Their theory was if they didn't have it right, they wouldn't deliver it to the public. We've always had our 2-piece chicken sliders, which so many of our employees thought, man, when these are gone, people are going to be upset. Nobody's been upset so far because the sandwich is so darn good. And they tried to make a version of this sandwich with our 2 pieces of chicken tenders, and it was so clumsy to eat. So they got this 1 piece of chicken breast. It's marinated. We hand toss it in the store when you order it, or you can get it grilled, but we make it to order. It does take like 6 minutes to make, so you got to be patient when you're there. But there's
That means it's fresh.
Fresh, yeah. 3 versions. You got our standard version, which is with pickle and papa sauce. We have a spicy version, which is pickles and a spicy papa sauce with jalapeno, and then we have our deluxe version, which adds lettuce and tomato. And then the kids at the restaurant insist you have the onion rings and some fries and cheese curds. And we still have a little bit of our dill pickle ranch cheese curd seasoning, so they made just some dill pickle ranch cheese curds.
This is tempting, man. You can't put all this stuff in front of me. I feel like I'm going to eat it all. Oh, okay. I'll go with the cheese curd. Give Kyle some, too, in the studio. He's going to get jealous just to see me looking at it.
Oh, yeah, this is
all
your
about
break. And what a busy day, huh? The opening day. You guys got to be excited.
Absolutely. I know you guys are pumped up, too, because you guys got some promos that you guys have going on right now with the Loons, right?
Yep. We're A&W. We're the sponsors of the Score Bag promo, where if the Loons score is 6 month runs or more,
And win.
everybody in the stadium gets a coupon to our A&W for buy one get one free entree with the purchase of 2 regular beverages. And one of the beverages that I suggest everybody tries is our revved up root beer, which we gave you a sample of that. A&W has taken our made in store classic root beer and added
Cold brew.
to it, Rev cold brew. So
Yep.
it comes in a cream freeze and a root beer version, and then so if you like our root beer and you like caffeine, it's a great blend of both.
Absolutely.
Perfect starts in the morning, right?
And then Matt, we also sponsor the Coney Dog Toss or launch.
The cannon.
The cannon, Coney Dog Cannon. We're going to launch Coney Dogs across the stadium, and when people will leave here with coupons for free root beer floats and that kind of stuff. But now I'll let Matt tell you a little bit about what we brought from our Big B. Big B, our co-op is a sponsor of the Loons. A&W are locally, but the A&W Big B brand as a whole is a sponsor of the mascot race. When mascots are going to race, there's going to be some good coupons for Big B, and then we are the official coffee provider for the Loons.
That's perfect.
Big B coffee beer, but we have a couple offerings there he'll tell you about.
Yeah, so our first one that we brought is a Coco Carmela. This is just a hot chocolate.
I'll try that. That one's got me
that's
written all
our
over
version
it.
of hot chocolate. No caffeine inside that one. Then we brought a brown sugar chai. This one here does have caffeine in it, so if you're a chai lover, that's a fantastic offer.
I'll try that one, too. I'll try them all.
Then this one is a Carmelata, and this guy is just a cold drink. You can get it frozen, iced, all the above caffeine inside that one. You can get that without caffeine if you want. And then we brought one of our brand new LTO offers. Like Ron said, this is a limited time offer. This is the
Sakura Cherry Mocktail.
so it's this
Got a
has
cherry
Red Bull in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I trade. John, you come take the hot chocolate one, man. I want the Red Bull one.
Yeah, and we did
Anything
bring
with
some
Red
cups if
Bull
you
in it.
guys want to split some and try multiple ones. We
Ben
brought
needs
some
all the
extra ones
caffeine he
for
can
you.
get today. It's a long day for him.
It's a long day. I'm doing a huge show after this, so 6 hours of radio plus the Loons game. Excited for it all. I'm worried this is going to slow me down, but the way that you guys are talking about it, that it's so fresh, it's not your typical fast food, is it?
No, not at all.
We're
And,
quality food at a fast pace.
Good.
Yeah, we feel like it. We feel like the sandwich is better than what some of the big chicken, I call them, providers out there have, and a lot of the customers feel the same. It's the best chicken sandwich out there. So
This
I
one
can't
that
wait for you to try that.
This one that I'm drinking right now, this one with the Red Bull, this is from Big B, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really good. You guys have a couple special anniversaries coming up as well, right? With both Big B and A&W?
We do, yeah. So on the 14th, we're actually going to be doing our, 2-year anniversary. So every year we do an anniversary at A&W. Usually it falls on the 15th, but we're going to keep the thing going because we do a special with our Coney dogs. So that's going to be coming up here on the 14th of this month. So it's going to be on a Tuesday. We'll release all the specials and promotions and stuff on our Facebook page. So make sure that you're following that of exactly what we're doing. But that day last year we did over 2,000
About
Coney
2,400
dogs.
Coney dogs. So.
Wow.
Yeah, we did them at $1 a piece last year. It was far below our cost. We're still at $1.49 this year, which is at our cost. Cost is not true cost. That's cost of product. Then we got labor and utilities on top of that. But it will be an exciting day. We'll have people lined up for those. Last year we had a lot of support, and we appreciate the community supporting us on that day. And then Big B, Matt.
Yeah, and then Big B, we're going to follow that up on 4/20. And that one, we're going to be doing free coffee all day long, iced or hot. And that's just going to be a 16-ounce coffee. So make sure that you're swinging in throughout that whole day on 4/20 and come and get yourself a free coffee, say hi to the staff, and you'll see us at both locations on Eastman and Saginaw Road.
And isn't that first 50 customers, they're getting something special that day too, right?
Free
Yes.
cups. Yeah.
Free cups.
Yeah, a color changing cup, really cool cup.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, so with these 3 new chicken sandwiches you guys are talking about, we have the regular, the deluxe, and then the spicy. Which one's your favorite?
Oh my, I like the regular. I put a twist on it. I get cheese with buffalo sauce because I'm a buffalo guy. So,
Matt, you?
Yeah, I'm a regular one myself. I don't like things too spicy. The jalapenos are very, very good for all of our jalapeno lovers out there, but I love the regular chicken sandwich just the way it comes. Sometimes I add a little liquid cheese on it, but
Ooh.
it's fantastic.
We just tried this root beer freeze float back here, by the way.
How's that?
Phenomenal. I mean, this drink is great.
oh, these are the freeze. They got just a regular root beer.
Oh, whichever
has-
one this one is.
This
I mean,
has
is
ice cream
great.
in it. You got to stir it. Take one of them, Susan.
You should, bring the ice cream one to John. You guys should have heard John's reaction when he found out that you guys were bringing root beer and root beer freezies. He looked like a kid on Christmas. He was so happy to find, and he's already drinking it all along.
It's gone.
That's the root beer. That's the cream freeze. That has ice cream where the root beer doesn't. It has liquid cream. That's the same cream that we have in our ice cream. But and then a bonus thing Matt brought here is from our Big B is a limited time offer of our the little lemon coffee cakes too. So you got some little lemon coffee cakes from Big B. And
That's amazing too. I'm not going to be able to eat all this. Kyle, John, we're going to have to get to work
Man, this is
after the
great.
show. You guys also wanted to talk about special bike and car night coming up, right?
a bike night, yes, June 20th. It'll be at the A&W here in Midland. And then we're looking at August.
August 20th on that.
We're hoping to do the August event at Matt's at the shop, Traction Power Sports, and right here on James Savage. So
Those are going to be absolutely huge. During those events, we're going to be running a lot of different giveaways. We're going to have, handful of different vendors and stuff out there. We'll have a live radio, station with Sunny 97.7.
98.5, yeah.
98.5 as well. So we'll have that out there, DJ all day. So those are going to be fantastic times, and that's going to be car and bike night. So
what is this that I just got handed?
That is our grasshopper shake from A&W.
I should not be having ice cream this early in the morning. But when you get handed free ice cream, I mean, there's nothing you can do except drink it or
I can't
eat
wait
it.
to get
It's delicious.
Can't wait to get your take on the chicken sandwiches. So
I'm
let
excited.
everybody know they're as good as what we say. So
Well, how about this? We'll take a break. I'll get going on one of the sandwiches. Kyle will get going on one of the sandwiches. John will get going on one of the sandwiches throughout the rest of the show. We'll give a breakdown as to what we think about these. Ron, Matt, we appreciate you guys stopping by, represent. Tell me what I'm missing, because I know I'm going to be missing at least one thing. It's A&W, it's Big B, it's Orion Sports. What else?
Traction Power Sports on James Savage.
There it is. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And for all this food. This is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. And for all the partnerships that we're doing with the Loons this year, we're really excited about it. Loons opening day is today. We're going to have another guest coming on, Matt DeVries, our storyteller here at the ballpark, telling you what's going on at the ballpark this weekend and throughout the course of the year. It's the Ben Bosscher Show. We're live here on the Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9. built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Welcome back into the show. It is Loons opening day. Matt DeVries, Director of Storytelling and Entertainment, is here with us in studio. This is something that you've been excited about for a long time, opening day. It goes without saying that you're excited about it, but what's special about this opening day to you that you haven't necessarily been able to say about opening days in the past?
Yeah, I think just opening day in general is kind of an unofficial holiday across the country, but what's unique about opening day is the fact that it's different for every single city. So San Diego had opening day last week for the Tigers, and the state of Michigan is celebrating opening day this week. The Whitecaps celebrate next week, so it's kind of unique in that way that it's kind of a 2-week-long celebration where it's the kickoff of baseball, and then obviously following the World Baseball Classic this year, everyone's kind of got a heightened excitement around the game of baseball.
Yeah.
And then you see the weather breaking behind us here at Dow Diamond today where the sun's starting to come out and it starts to really feel like baseball weather. And so I wouldn't say anything is extra special this year because opening day is one of the best days of the year for me on the calendar. And so the fact that it's Tigers opening day at 1 o'clock and Loons opening day at 6 o'clock makes it kind of a day-long celebration.
It's perfect. You can watch the Tigers at 1. That wraps up. It's like, wait, I'm fiending for a little bit more baseball. All right, come on down to the stadium.
And we've had people do the double dip. There are Loons fans that are down in Detroit right now. They will be going to Tigers opening day, and then they make the drive back up, and then they come to Loons opening day in the evening. So it's a really cool double dip for some people if you can take the day off of work, and I think a lot of people like to take the day off anyway. And then this year it's Good Friday as well. So then you've got people that aren't at work in general, and so it's kind of just making for a really special weekend.
John's keeping up with his tradition of wearing shorts on opening day. That's incredible to see. What's going on outside of the baseball game to this weekend and today that should have fans excited?
Sure. Yeah, Easter weekend, obviously, and so, fun that we can spend it at the ballpark with all of our friends and extended family, our extended Loons family. So Easter weekend for us, Ben, it's going to be special, and on top of that, you've got Michigan in the Final Four. It's going to kind of be a really kind of weekend-long sports fest in the state of Michigan. Red Wings playing the Rangers on Saturday in a big playoff implication game as well. So we got an Easter event for kids on Saturday. Pending weather. Weather doesn't look great for Saturday, but we're going to hopefully have that Easter egg kind of event after the game for kids on Saturday afternoon. And then we've got Easter brunch on Sunday. So I know you'll be here at the ballpark on Sunday, Ben. Maybe check out the Easter brunch up here in the TriStar Club before the game starts. It's going to be an extended menu. Our culinary team, one of the best in minor league baseball, downstairs led by Carlos Valles. So should be a great menu and a lot of fun at the ballpark all weekend, Easter weekend, opening weekend.
Do they have more on the menu than what A&W just brought us? Because that was insane how much food they just brought up for us.
Kyle is on another planet in the other room with all the different drinks and snacks that he has. I'm looking at Sarah's desk through the window. She's got like 6 sandwiches and dips over on her desk.
Yeah, I'm eating my chicken sandwich while you guys are having this conversation.
You guys are
so
both eating during the break, just mowing
So?
on chicken sandwiches. Kind of crazy, but if they brought this in all the time, how often would you be willing to have them in here? That's kind of crazy.
See, the problem is I have another 3 hours of radio to do when this show's done, and I can't help myself but to eat what's in front of me when it's this delicious.
Cheese curds, a sandwich dipped in or covered in mayo and fries with whatever. What is this drink here?
Try it.
No.
It's Red Bull and probably cherry syrup. It's delicious.
Had far too much coffee this morning before the sun came up. I can't be adding Red Bull to the mix. That'd be bad.
You were here at 3 a.m.?
No. I didn't beat Jimmy Mativa. James was here a lot earlier than us.
Well, that would have been impossible to beat him since he didn't leave here last night.
Yeah, he put in a long shift. The shift hasn't ended for him as of yesterday, but I was here around 7, bright and early. I'm sure some people beat me here too.
I'm excited for a couple new promo nights that we have coming this year, specifically one that we've taken to heart. Who you guys have as a marketing team. I know Jimmy, our head of production over there, has really had this as basically a passion project. The Pro Wrestling Night happening later this summer, a brand new promotion that we have coming to the ballpark this year. That's the number one thing I'm excited about.
What do you know about Mick Foley?
I know a lot about Mick Foley. Got thrown off a Hell in a Cell from The Undertaker, went through a table, landed on thumbtacks. He's got 5 different identities. He's a Hall of Famer. What do you know about Mick Foley?
I know not as much as you, but that's why you're a big part of what we want to do on Wrestle Loon Mania night on August 15th. That's going to be one of the best nights of the year. Going to be a show from start to finish, from gates open until fireworks that night, like we've never seen. Mick Foley's going to be here. He's one of the best. We've heard incredible things in our conversations with him and his team, bringing him here to Midland this year. He's going to be one of the best guests we've ever had here at the ballpark, and I would challenge anyone here in the Great Lakes Bay region to be a bigger fan of WWE and pro wrestling than Jimmy Mativan. He's the one leading the charge.
Impossible.
It's going to be incredible, and I can't wait to see what he and his team comes up with for Wrestle Loon Mania. So that's August 15th.
I keep asking him what role I'm going to play because he's like the Triple H behind this, kind of pulling all the strings. And I'm like, what do I get to do? And he won't tell me yet. All I know is last year I got to be Jey Uso during Kids Day, which we'll have 2 of those coming up as well, which was one of the most electric days we had at the ballpark all of last year. And last year during Superman night, I got to be a heel, which was by far the most fun I've ever had at this ballpark, getting booed off of the field. But you know it's a good type of, like, if you're getting booed as a pro wrestler, you're doing your job right.
Absolutely.
And I kept begging Jimmy. I was like, can I be a heel again? And he keeps telling me no, and I was disappointed about it.
You got to keep some things under wraps, keep some surprises in store, not only for fans, but maybe for some people that are going to be involved as well. But it's going to be great. Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
And then we've got our classics like Star Wars night, Jurassic Park night, Bluey night, always a good one.
Yeah, we got
For the kiddos.
Paw Patrol Day this year on August 2nd, and then obviously, like you mentioned, we've got Jurassic Ballpark night on Memorial Day weekend, which is great. Star Wars night is going to be in June, bookended by Father's Day on Sunday following Star Wars night, so a big weekend for us in store for that.
Did I get Paw Patrol and Bluey mixed up?
That's okay. Bluey was last year, but Paw Patrol this year. Something always for the kiddos that we have throughout the summer.
Animated dogs, I can't keep them straight at all.
Right.
There's so many. They're hard to keep straight. But 66 home games, like you mentioned. There's going to be something for everybody throughout the summer. Bark in the Park days, 2 for Tuesday. We've got the leadoff hour when gates open early on Saturday nights. I mean, you go up and down the promo schedule. It's all on loons.com. There is just so much that we have going on here at the ballpark this summer. And the wait is finally over. As Brad Tunney told us on the Loons social media this morning, he narrated our opening day trailer, and the wait's over from all of us to all of you. So it's a great time to be a sports fan and a baseball fan here in the state of Michigan.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 top 25 prospects for the Dodgers on the roster to open up the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And led by Eduardo Quintero and Mike Sirota. We thought we had a stacked outfield last year in Midland with the Great Lakes Loons when you had Zaire Hope, Kendall George, and Josue DePaula. Don't get me wrong, stacked outfield in their own right. Believe it or not, the rankings say this outfield is better. You throw in Chuck Davelin in there as well, a guy from Arkansas who played in the College World Series last year, and his teammate Zach Root, a first-round pick of the Los Angeles Dodgers, on the opening day roster for the Loons this year. You could argue, and Baseball America agrees, that this roster is better than last year's team that was here to start the 2025 season. So I expect Sirota, Quintero, maybe Samuel Munoz, Davelin. I expect all of them to be in the lineup tonight, probably one of them DHing, and I think the heart of the order 2 through 5 is going to be pretty incredible for the Loons this year.
Not to discredit anybody else, but Quintero's fascinating in the way that he's 20 years old, one of the youngest guys on the roster, and is also the Dodgers' number 3 prospect, the top prospect that we have here in Great Lakes. That's a fascinating player.
And, oh, by the way, he's played 245 games in the minors already.
Yeah.
And he's not even 21 years old. So the development that this guy is going to be able to showcase this year, I think this is probably the year that he takes the biggest step. The good news for a lot of Loons fans, I guess, out there, and Dodger fans that are going to be watching on MLB TV is that a lot of these guys are probably going to be here most of the year because the minor league system is so stacked with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're going to get a chance to talk to one of them coming up in the next segment. I see him. He just walked in for your next spot. But the roster up and down the minor league system from OKC to Tulsa to here to Ontario, there's talent up and down, and I think Loons fans are going to be really excited to see what the roster has in store this year.
This region specifically cares a lot about the Tigers, and that includes the Whitecaps organization, but obviously loves his hometown team as well. The Loons versus Whitecaps games typically draw a pretty good crowd. When are those this year?
Yeah, so we've got a big series against the West Michigan Whitecaps coming up in May. It's going to be the first of a back-to-back homestand leading into Memorial Day weekend. So 6 big games against the Tigers affiliate, the Whitecaps, coming up in May. And then really there are 3 games in the middle of July that are going to be the centerpiece of the Great Lakes Loon season. If you circle 3 games on the calendar, circle July 17, 18, and 19. Those are massive dates on the calendar. The Whitecaps will be here for 3 games, back-to-back fireworks nights, and I bet I can almost guarantee there's going to be some fireworks on the field as well when those teams play. It's going to be great matchups and ones that our fans look forward to every single year.
Matt, appreciate you stopping by. Where can people get tickets if they haven't got tickets yet for opening day?
989-837-BALL or loons.com.
There it is. Matt DeVries, thanks for stopping by. One of the members of the Loons, Logan Wagner, is going to join us when we come back. Talk about a whole bunch of stuff. No easy questions for him. I'm saving those for on the field throughout the year. I've got the hard-hitting ones coming up.
Yeah.
That's when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show, live on 100.9 The Mid, 11 o'clock hour, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Yiter Insurance. Life happens fast, and at Yiter Insurance, they're here to make sure you're covered every step of the way. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for decades, they treat you like family, not just another policy number. Their team makes insurance simple with expert advice and real people you can actually talk to. That's Yiter Insurance Group. We'll be there when you need us since 1940.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. On 100.9 The Mid.
All All right, this is a first for us here on the show. We've got one of the Loons joining us here for about 15 minutes or so to preview his season and what the offseason was like. Logan Wagner played 122 games last year, 22 years old, 6th-round pick for the Dodgers. I'm going to save the easy questions for you, what's your favorite part about playing for. I'm going to save that for on the field after the games. I do want to know from you what it's like being a part of the Dodgers organization when you find out where you're going to start off the season. Like, what was that process like? Who's telling you that? How soon did you find out that you were coming here to Great Lakes to start the year?
Yeah, good question. First off, thanks for having me here.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, this is sick. So it actually started when I reported on the 15th of February. I had a meeting a couple days in just to get a rough feel of like where I was at with the organization and what they wanted me to work on. And then you go through all spring training, and this year it happened pretty late. It was like a day before we reported, or a couple of days before. And one of the coordinators came up to me in the lunchroom while I was eating, and he's like, put his hand on my back. He's like, I think we already talked about this, but you're going to Loons. I was like, all right, sweet, sounds good. And then like that's that, and then you're just eating food, going on with your day. Yeah. And then now you know where you're going. So it literally is that simple. Nothing too crazy in depth.
In Arizona for a while. You grew up a little bit in the Midwest, right, in Illinois?
Yes.
For a while. Yeah. What's it like playing in Arizona for so long, having spring training there, and then you step off the bus here? It's a lot warmer today than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
What's that first step off the bus like in the adjustment period in general of that first couple weeks playing here in the Midwest?
Yeah, my blood got really thin. Right when I'm used to like the cold weather usually, but in the past like 5 years I've lived in the warmest states, and so coming back here, it definitely, you got to bring out all your cold gear again. You got to hop on Amazon, get all the new cold gear again. So it's definitely a huge adjustment compared to Arizona, where like I felt like this year was an all-time high. We were having days at like 105.
Yeah, there was like the breakout game got delayed, right?
Yes, the breakout game was like at 3 or 2 or something like that, and then it was like a heat warning, 105, 110. And so now you're playing later that night. So it's crazy. And that would never happen here at the start of the season.
No. Maybe in July, but at the beginning of the year, you're bundling up. Because today's a deceiving day where it should be pretty nice by first pitch.
We think.
And 2 hours later, it's like, hey, man, you've been outside for a long time. It's a little cold. So there's not really an adjustment period for you. Or if there is, it's already happened.
Yeah, it happens really quick because I grew up in this. It just takes a little bit of time because of all my years in pro ball. I've been in the warmest states.
Are some of your teammates some of them have probably never played in the cold weather?
Never.
Like this.
Yeah. Some of our international guys, they've been to Arizona and then the Cal League.
Yep.
Right. And so like yesterday when we were hitting lives, or 2 days ago, everyone's by the heater. You can tell who the guys are that like haven't been in the cold. They're all by the heaters, like burning themselves.
You have any advice for those guys?
Do that throughout the game. Do exactly that.
122 games here last year. What was your highlight of the season?
Ooh, highlight of the season. Probably just playing with a bunch of new guys. I thought that was super cool. Like you have the cool thing about pro ball is you have guys coming in and out, getting called up, getting sent down, whatever it looks like. And so like playing with a bunch of guys throughout the year was so much fun. On the field was probably just the walk-offs. Like there's no cooler feeling than like walking a team off, and getting to celebrate with your guys on the field and in the locker room. So that was super exciting from last year.
You had more than one last year, right? You had like 3.
Yeah, there was a few. There was a few special moments for sure.
Do minor league players, I think you guys are in an interesting spot that you guys are still young. So like I have favorite players. You and I are pretty much the same age. But do you look at the big league players as more so of peers, as like, no, I don't really have favorite guys there anymore. I'm kind of trying to take their jobs in a sense. Or is there still players you kind of look at and like, no, I really enjoy watching these guys and kind of model my game after?
Yeah, I'd say more so the second one, like looking at guys as like when you're in the dugout at a big league game, just like, dude, this is so enjoyable to watch. See who I get to play with someday. See who I get to play against maybe someday. So it's more so of like, you still feel like they're on your team. You still feel like you're on their team, and you're more so cheering them on rather than like, oh, I'm gonna take your job someday.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more freeing when you're like cheering them on than when you're just like thinking about like, oh, that could be me. It's more so like, dang, I get to enjoy watching like guys that I watched when I was 10 years old. Now I'm in the same dugout as them. It's pretty special.
Do you do you get to watch a lot of baseball like at the major league level, or is so much of your time here, or when you're away from it, it's like, nah, I need to just step away from baseball right now?
Yeah. The off season is like I don't even want to see highlights. Yeah. I don't want to touch a baseball unless I'm hitting or fielding, whatever. But then during the season, I love keeping up with it, like always learning the game, always keeping track. So even after like a game tonight, like if the Dodgers are on, we'll go back and like just to wind it down, we'll flip on the Dodgers game and just like watch and learn and laugh and talk and all that good stuff. So definitely still stay in the loop throughout the year.
What's that feeling like when you show up to camp with a team or organization like the Dodgers, and you're sharing spaces with some of the best players in all of the sport?
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah.
Like, is there a surreal moment that you kind of have to like, this is real?
Yeah. It definitely is, because all off season you pretty much go training. Sometimes you're with a few, higher up guys, but nothing too crazy. You're pretty much like grinding by yourself or with your brother or whatever. But then when you go out to the season, you're with guys that are like Hall of Famers,
right?
Like not just one, several. If not, like it feels like this whole clubhouse sometimes, And so when you're in an environment like that, you definitely like, it doesn't really hit sometimes when you're there, and then you go home, you're like, bro, I was just next to so and so, And then it's like, whoa, dude, that's crazy.
Biggest adjustment from low A playing in Rancho and then this jump to high A, because a lot of people say that high A is kind of the make it or break it level of the minors.
Yeah, it's a good question. I would say biggest adjustment for me was a good way to put it. It's like 2-0. You're not just gonna get a heater. Like you might get his off speed as well. So guys just do better at locating one and then also executing pitches. So it's not just 2-0. It's typically like, oh, a heater's coming. Sometimes here it's like, no, this guy's he still has good feel for all of his other pitches, Yeah. So I'd say that's probably the biggest adjustment for me that I saw last year, was it's not easily predictable what they're throwing necessarily, not all the time, It's more so like they know they have 3 or 4 pitches that can get you out, and so they're going to use all 3 or 4.
So now that you have last year under your belt at this level, do you come in with a different mindset of like, hey, here's what I want to work on, here are my goals? Like, now that there's not as much of an adjustment period, how different is that coming into the season?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest one is I have way more confidence this year. Just after playing last year here, and seeing in areas that I succeeded at and areas that I failed at, so now I can learn from both. Mm-hmm. And so coming to this year, like, coming to last year, I didn't really know. I didn't have very many games in the minor leagues in general.
Right.
But now after playing a full season here last year, I would say just my confidence is the biggest thing. Heart beats a little slower, like all that good stuff. So.
Well, that leads me into what I wanted to bring up at the end. I think it started probably a decade or so ago, but this era in baseball where you have all these advanced metrics, the StatCast era, they call it. And it feels like there's so much analytics that get thrown at, us as media and people who talk about it. And I'm sure they get thrown at you guys too. But is that something that you guys consider and think about and help, learn from and grow with? Or is sometimes it's good to step away from that and kind of just think, hey, let's just simplify this thing and work on more of the mindset and the approach rather than all of these like stats that they're throwing? Like there's a new big time stat that everyone's following every year, it feels like. Is that something that you guys as players are also kind of looking at and using as a tool, or is the mindset more important than that?
Yeah, I'd say the mindset's probably more important than that. There's been moments where I've stepped in the box, you feel like you're doing the right thing, you feel like this is in the right area, what you talked about, like analytically or whatever it looks like.
Yeah.
But like you're not very confident. You're like
thinking too much.
Yeah, you're thinking too much, and so you're up there. You're like, but this is right, but I can't hit the ball still, And we also have a phenomenal staff with the Loons here, with this whole Dodgers org, where they do a really good job at taking care of that themselves. Mm-hmm. So that when they come to you, it's not like, hey man, here's this stat, here's this, try to figure it out. Mm-hmm. They do a really good job at like presenting in a way where like it actually can, you actually can adapt to that, and not have to think about like 10 different things to do. And so yeah, it's definitely gotten super heavy on the analytic for sure. But we have guys in our org that do a really good job at like continue to pour into the athlete still. And like what makes you unique, what makes your swing unique, what works for you, Does that make sense?
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Do you still get butterflies for opening day?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think I ever
6
will.
o'clock rolling around today, and you'll feel a little bit different energy than normal?
Yeah, there's a little jitters when they call out your name. Yeah, it
for
feels
call
good.
outs.
Yeah.
That's good. What are you the most excited about for tonight?
Ooh,
Or this
playing.
season?
Yeah, I would say playing a game that like matters. You know, like this is pretty sick. You go through all spring, like they matter, of course, but nothing goes on the back of your car, nothing goes on the win record. You know.
Yeah.
But playing tonight is gonna be cool to see. Like it's gonna feel good when you win. It's gonna suck when you lose. You know. So I'm excited for that tonight.
All right, I'll throw you one layup question to close things out.
Oh,
What's
boy.
your favorite part about being here specifically with the Great Lakes organization?
Ooh, great question. I would say the people. I love the people here. When we did the ticket holders the other day,
Yeah.
that was just incredible to see. Like last year, the impact that you can have on people, and then to come in this year and then like get to talk and be like, "Yo, how was your off season? Yo, how was last season? How was this season? What are you looking forward to?" So I would say that the people here like makes it super special. It's pretty.
It's a passionate group.
It's really passionate. From as people that do media behind the scenes to people that do announcing for the field, all around. It's just like super, passionate people that like love you as a person more so than like, yo man, you didn't do well tonight or you did amazing tonight. You know,
Yeah.
I
That'll
think
come
that's super
eventually,
freeing.
not here.
Yeah, not here. That's super freeing.
Logan Wagner, one of the members of the Loons that you guys can see in action starting tonight, opening day again. You guys can head to loons.com to get your tickets if you haven't already. Logan, I appreciate you stopping by. Maybe we can check in a little bit later
Let's
on
go.
this year.
Let's do it. Thank you, Ben.
All right. When we come back, we've got our 3 traditions to close out every show. It's the Ben Bosscher Show here on The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. On
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Kyle, I'm already full. Got our sandwich, cheese curds, fries. I think I had an onion ring. I had a sip of like 6 different drinks. One of them had ice cream in it.
I still have 10 drinks sitting behind me right now.
I'm gonna need an espresso shot at some point.
No, dude.
What do you mean no? How else am I supposed to?
One of these drinks has got to have caffeine in it.
The one I'm drinking does, and I'm already getting tired. That's the problem. It's gonna be a long day. You know, we got Loons opening day at 6:10. Gonna need some energy for that. I'll be doing a huge show today, so gonna need some energy for that as well. We got to close out this show, though, with our 3 traditions. Let's get to our first one. That's our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
So we took Shea to score 35 last night. We thought he'd just like have a crazy game because all the MVP guys have kind of been going toe-to-toe. If I would have told you Thunder were going to score 160 points or whatever they did, I felt like he was going to score 35, right? Nope. He scores 28. They murder the Lakers in a way that shouldn't be allowed on national television. I mean, it felt like they knew they were on national TV and were just like, you know what, we're punking the Lakers in every way. The biggest loss of LeBron's career ever. Ever.
Which is crazy, by the way.
It is until you think about it. Like, why
The
would
guy's
he ever
41,
lose?
though. Like, he's never gotten beat by 45 points?
Why, he was the best player in the league for 15 years. Why would he ever lose by 45?
Just never, though. Like, it's just weird to think about that it never happened once, even on like the early Lakers bad teams. You know, it's just odd.
He was still the best player in the league then.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, why would they ever lose by that
Crazy.
many points? So they get
and
destroyed.
it was the game of the day too. Like I was
know.
excited for this game. It was on Amazon Prime after the Pistons, so like I already had it on. I didn't even have to, go search through the 1,000 different streaming services there is to find a game.
It did make me think though, like, yeah, man, the Lakers just they'll never beat OKC.
Really, that was your thought? Mine was the opposite.
That they'll beat OKC.
No, mine was it was a straight Thunder thought.
Oh, that no one's beating this team?
Yeah, that was what I thought last night watching that game. Oh,
Well,
OKC's going back to back. That was my thought.
Yeah, I still think that every time I've watched the Spurs play them in the regular season,
True,
Shea just
true.
like can't do his mid-range stuff because he doesn't bait Wemby into fouls because he doesn't have to lunge. Wemby doesn't have to lunge anywhere. He
The
just kind
Spurs
of
own them. You're right. They kind of own them.
Well, yeah, because the Thunder score
That's
a lot
the team
in the
to
mid-range.
take them out. I don't think the Nuggets or the Lakers or anybody else could.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because if Shea's going to do all that mid-range stuff, guess who's the king of defending that? The guy with the 9-foot wingspan. Yeah. So we didn't hit yesterday. Tough week, but the week kind of reset on Wednesday because April.
You got to hit today, though, because you've only gotten one pick right the last 3 weeks in a row. Like, you've gone 1-4 each of the last 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So, like, well, if you didn't hit today, it would be the third week in a row of going 1-4. So, like, just to get out of that groove, you got to hit today.
Give me the Tigers to score 5 runs. Opening day down in Comerica, I feel like the vibes will be high. They'll be ready to bounce back. They're on the day off. The guy pitching for St. Louis, he had his first start. He had a really good first start of the season, but that's it. Like, he's young. This is his first year in the pros. So I think the Tigers at home have a feel-good
The team
start to their season.
Wait, the team that's got shut out twice already?
Yeah, that team. We're going to have them score 5
The
runs.
team that scored 2 in 2 innings in the last 4 games? That team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll tail it.
It's all going to come in the same inning. You'll tail it. Now that they've McGonigal in that leadoff spot.
Right.
I feel like I'd have to go back and look at their opening day numbers. I feel like they always win their home opener, though. I really do. More often than not, at least.
That's probably just a vibes thing that you're thinking about because I don't know either.
It could be. That's going to be our lock of the day, though.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Across the NBA, I mean, we've got Timberwolves, Sixers. Oh, this is yeah. Go ahead.
Game of the day.
You know, we see like Celtics Bucks, and in theory, I mean, I think of that Christmas game like that should be a good matchup. Nope, the Bucks are terrible. There's
no good NBA games on today. Just skip that sport.
Timberwolves Sixers. If Ant's playing, is a pretty awesome game, right?
Sure.
And I feel like there's a chance he's playing. If he was questionable yesterday, but then they were playing on the back-to-back.
Yeah.
I don't like doing the day games. I regretted doing that on Wednesday when the Tigers had a day game. So I'm looking at a night game in baseball. Also not a lot of great options, I'm not going to lie.
I know a night baseball game.
It's the Loons, whatever. The Loons are the game of the day. There it is. It's 2 words.
I got 2 words for you. Steve Nash and Chris Paul. Must-see TV.
Great Lakes, Loons. 2 words, Great Lakes, Loons. Baseball is back. Must-see TV. There we go. That's our game of the day. Last tradition we have is guessing what Colin Cowherd opens with. What's the score?
It's still 48-47.
None of us got a point yesterday.
None of us got a point yesterday. I can't even remember what the lead was yesterday. I just remember none of us got a point, which is, I guess, good for me because I'm still 1 point away. Sorry, I'm updating the scoreboard really quickly.
You're good. You're good. And whose turn is it to go first?
Okay, there we go.
Yours, isn't it?
48-47, and it's my turn to go first, so I could tie it up going into the weekend. Ooh, oh, it was Wemby yesterday, by the way. That's what he led with.
That's right.
And none of us picked it mistakenly. I'm just going to go with, can I just take like the Thunder-Lakers game?
Sure.
Can I take the game as a whole? Because he's going to, like, I think he does a mix of, like, wow, look at the Thunder, but mainly it's like, man, the LeBron-Lakers lose by 40, biggest loss ever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'll take the game as a whole.
Okay. That's probably what the lead is. I'll go Final Four. Why not? I'll just go. This
Could
is
be that.
The Final Four this weekend. College basketball. You know how he does it. Oh, this sport's great. There's nothing wrong with this.
Look at the teams you have playing.
Yeah. Oh, you all wanted a Cinderella
Yeah.
until we actually got.
I
to the
hate
Final Four.
underdogs. If you like underdogs, you're dumb. You know, that's kind of his whole thing.
It's it's his best take. Like seriously, it really is Colin's
It's
best
like the take he rides everything on. Like he always brings it up.
Yeah, no, but the number one Colin Cowherd like repeated take is backwards hats, which he brought up in yesterday's Open.
Tiger Woods backwards hat with sunglasses on.
Bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't take him seriously if he's wearing a backwards
Colin Cowherd might be onto something.
Matt Stafford wore a backwards hat last year. He won the MVP.
Yeah, shouldn't have though.
Yeah, that's right. Shouldn't have. 989-837-6125. We'll talk to you on Monday. Hopefully talking about Michigan going to a national championship game. Monday's going to be fun if that's the case. So we'll talk to you guys then. Loons opening day. Hope to see you guys here at some point this weekend. That was the Ben Bosscher Show. Hope it was worth it. See you guys.
The Ben Bosscher